Hello, everybody. We're live. Hellscorp is fixing his lighting situation right now, but we're here on time as usual. How is everybody today? We're just hanging out, getting ready for a little bit more of our D&D adventure, the Might of the Imperium. Last session was pretty interesting all around in terms of roleplay. Couple quick announcements as we've like shifted over the D&D streams or the streams to a more D&D focused style stuff with the world building and the art, and those have been going really good. I want to thank everyone for that. We got a raid already. Scarlett coming in with the raid bright and early, right at the start of the stream. Thank you, Scarlett. We appreciate you. I'll get you a shout out there. Pew, pew. How was the rest of your stream? I hope it was going really good. Cool. Good to know. Awesome. I appreciate you. God damn it. Enjoy the D&D session at work, so I'm lurking. I appreciate the lurk, buddy. I thank everyone for coming in. Welcome by. I'm Rusty Tonics. These are my friends. Most of them. These are my friends. And yeah, my friends and Hellscorp. Here to get some improv and some D&D stuff in. In terms of the streams, I might be shifting the Wednesday stream to a little bit, like 2 hours later. Because I got some new hours at work that are going to have me working till 4 a.m. and I don't really feel like waking up at 8 to stream. So, we're probably going to shift that back by a couple hours. Other than that...
That is unholy.
It's fine. I can do a 9 to 4. It's not that bad. It's fine. You get to listen to music. It's quiet. There's not the spirits of deceased workers like you find at Hellscorp when I'm cleaning there at night.
That bad.
They're pretty deceased. As deceased spirits go, they're definitely deceased.
There's no way to prove that was even me in the first place.
No, it wasn't you. It was just that it literally sucks the soul out of you working for Hellscorp. Anyway, speaking of Hellscorp, do you have anything new you'd like to tell the people about?
I'm streaming, bro. I'm streaming daily, and there ain't been people there. Very sad. Very sad.
Very sad indeed. Very sad. I was there. Ryan was there. What are we? Nothing. We don't mean shit.
Weird.
We don't mean shit.
I mean,
okay, let me see how it is. See how it is.
You know. I mean, Ryan's cool, but somebody else, I don't know.
I'm cool.
Mr. Maker has developed gonorrhea and he will be dying promptly as his organs
developed
rot.
What? What's
gonorrhea?
Oh, does that affect the butt cheeks?
Tubergonosyphilis.
Don't you dare, motherfucker.
Does that affect the butt cheeks, perhaps?
Don't talk about the butt cheeks.
It does indeed. It makes them melt off.
Yeah, melt those cheeks. Anyway, thank you, Scarlett, for bringing your community in here for this little chaotic evening. And everyone else, thank you, Mystics, for the lurk. We appreciate you.
I'm on my third cup of coffee, and I'm gonna get wild.
That's fair. I could probably go for another energy drink at the break. Is that another... Is that like a Starbucks? Is that one of those Starbucks cold coffee? Yeah, iced coffee. Cool. I respect it.
I got a bunch of them.
Yeah, DM, can you open my character page and tell me my modifiers when I make rolls, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
We gotta get you a new PC. When it's in the budget and we can start writing shit off, we'll get you a new PC.
Can we write off my new PC?
No. You're already a corporation, so yes.
Yeah, but look, this is just kind of rude.
Okay, well, I'm sorry you don't get a new PC too.
I mean, I thought Rusty was buying us all PCs. I thought it was the deal. That's why.
Everyone except you. Everyone's getting new PCs, including everyone in chat except you.
Yeah. The only thing you can write off is Oprah. These balls in your mouth.
Fuck yeah, Oprah.
You get a PC. You get a PC. Fuck you, Hellscorp. You get a PC. It's perfect. It's magical.
Just a dead rat under Hellscorp seat.
Yeah, that's what you get. You get a dead rat.
No, see, I'm down with that. Now
that's
you didn't tell me about the dead rat. Come on.
Okay.
Man, I've been hungry.
Yeah, that's fair.
Anyways.
Yeah, it's D&D. So, quick recap, leaving off from last session. We had a moment of repose and a small but heartfelt funeral for some of...
Mike, my bad.
Oh, that's fair. You sound fine. Sounded alright. Anyway, we had a funeral. Some words were exchanged, some words were said over the bodies of those who fell in defense of this encampment, while the rest of you either stood by, some of you choosing instead to work on some of their inventions and keep their distance from the ceremony.
I was there.
Though quickly popping in to take some measurements of the deceased for some armor and other things you've been working on. Gregory, you start with advantage from Kieran, by the way.
Thank you, Kieran.
There you go, buddy. Following the funeral, you all kind of spent a night of celebration where some positivity was shared. The group had some time to bond with themselves and others within the tribe here, and some words were exchanged between those who needed to exchange them. The following morning, the group of you set out after saying your goodbyes with your prisoner in tow, complete with a very handy, excuse the pun, collar on your prisoner with a literal hand slapping him in the face at random intervals throughout the day with no indication of when they might occur, as a means of keeping your prisoner awake and uncomfortable for the duration of your travels. Eventually, stop to make camp as the day begins to wane on. The heavy atmosphere, the thick rain falling on you throughout the day. You find a small shed to camp in. Tie up your prisoner to the tree outside. Leave him under the seemingly not so watchful eye of one unnamed intern, who unfortunately was not vigilant enough to catch your prisoner attempt to make an escape.
Well, he did, didn't he?
He noticed that he had disappeared, but he didn't stop him from disappearing, as this individual used what little restores of magic they had left, despite having not slept, exhausted, wet, and tired, using their last Misty Step to teleport away. I believe they used two, actually, their last two Misty Steps to teleport away, and attempt to make an escape, but were quickly rounded up by the party, with some innovation from Hell's Corp and some handy steed work from our paladin. Deciding to tie him back to the tree, Mr. Maker decided to take matters into his own hands and ensure that the prisoner could not again make an attempt to escape, choosing to dismember both of his feet.
Can't run if you don't have feet.
And leaving him tied to the tree. Something that Stanislav seemingly took some pause about. After the group went to sleep, after some brief discussion with their prisoner, a now footless and bedraggled hobgoblin, who immediately began to question the honor of not only the party, but Stanislav himself, who seemingly, after taking it personally, and wanting to give his opponent an honorable send-off, and not continue torturing him, decided to remove his head, effectively cutting your reward for your entire 4 days' work here in half, along with his throat. Some heated words were exchanged between Stanislav and Mr. Maker, and the rest of the night passed without incident, everyone getting the rest of their sleep in for the evening, except Stanislav, who stayed up for the rest of the night contemplating the actions of his party member and himself to have allowed it. And that's where we're going to pick up today, as the sun begins to crest over the horizon, filling the sky with a bright amber light. The rest of you awaken in your small shed, which is a little damp from the rain, but, mostly under shelter. Mantuka probably got the worst of it. You find Stanislav still awake.
Didn't we already make it back to our house?
No.
No, we were in the
I
middle
could
of
have
the woods.
sworn we did.
No. Or you would have been, approaching it. No, you didn't. Last time you were here, you ran to the gates with the children and shit. That was after you killed
I know,
the piper.
but,
dilapidated house or something.
I could have
You were
sworn we made
staying
it
in
back to, our base of operations,
We're picking
more or
up
less.
from here. You're hanging
we
out
found
in your twisted little shed in the middle of a field was where you left off.
Yes, I remember that.
Your
Alrighty.
hair's too pretty.
And Stanislav is a little less radiant this morning. He's got bags under his eyes. They're still golden, but they're slightly less shiny. His hair is not blowing in the wind.
Oh, wow.
Unnaturally.
Did you ever figure out about that armor, Rusty?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I completely spaced on that completely.
Mm.
I believe it was just this very similar to Stanislav's. It was heavy armor that wouldn't impose a stealth penalty, if I remember correctly.
Mm.
So mithril, essentially. It's basic armor. Or was it? If it was magical, I'll correct myself, but for now, I believe it was just the mithril armor.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was that. It doesn't. Mithril's not technically magical.
No, it's just
But
very...
I mean, it did
very-
stop
But it's
Frodo
pretty
from
damn
being
good.
stabbed by a cave troll.
Thank you, Chop Stuff, for the disadvantage. Remind me, guys, I have disadvantage on my next roll, whenever that may be.
Don't
Good.
think I won't.
Oh, I know.
Mantuka's,
I know you will. I know you will.
Mantuka's gonna get up. He's stretched.
One spell
Any day
minute.
it's not raining, it's a good day. And then just kind of like shake the sleep off himself and start preparing himself for the day. Some like
Now that I can agree
full
with.
yoga.
Mantuka does yoga. It's canon now. I like that. I'm okay with it.
Stanislav will join you for the yoga.
Oh, okay.
No,
Stanislav-
Mantuka is. I'm super like afraid of like anyone seeing me. Like it's a personal activity.
Oh.
I don't want to
Okay.
lose my machismo. It's not a group
Oh,
thing.
that's cute.
I feel very vulnerable, like a dog
Okay,
pooping.
so Mantuka leaves the group and wanders into the cornfields surrounding your little shed here, and seemingly begins practicing
Close.
yoga.
Close.
By.
Probably going to take a big shit.
That checks
Right,
out. That
yeah.
seems like something Mantuka does. He does tend to leave for about 30 minutes every morning, and you kind of just figured that's what it was.
Yeah, I mean, that smell that last time, right? Yeah. I mean, he's probably just trying to distance us from him when he does that. That's kind of nice, actually.
Right, yeah, that was definitely a bad time you had there.
Yeah,
you should hear some
That
like
is just-
groaning. You're like,
laugh.
ugh.
Oh, yep. Well, that confirms that.
Roll me a deception check, Mantuka.
All right.
Or performance check. Your
Ooh,
choice.
I don't know.
Your
Hold
choice.
on. Ooh, performance is horrible. And deception is, they're both horrid. Here, deception.
Roll it.
Huzzah.
Roll it. See what happens.
8.
You do with that information what you will. It probably sounds like something sus is going on over there. Also, I need someone to roll me a D100, please. We got a weather check.
I will do.
Oh, weather.
Okay, you do. What's the weather today?
96.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's not good.
That's
I
not
don't like that answer.
You're lucky you're not in the desert. That's yes, so you avoided a sandstorm.
Maybe.
This is lucky. As the day begins
Best song ever.
to pick up and the morning begins to take hold, what you thought was going to be a brilliantly sunny day suddenly begins to turn foul as a breeze blows in off the oceans to the southwest, blowing with it a gale-like storm, the wind churning and ripping at your faces, the drops of rain pummeling you in the face. There's bits of debris like being torn out of the fields. Bits of fences that weren't nailed in properly begin to be blown across the fields as well. You guys are now in what appears to be the beginnings of a monsoon. Or a hurricane, I guess, more accurately. You rolled a hurricane. You had a 94% chance to roll a hurricane, and you rolled
I want to dig a
hurricane.
hole and go
I'm
inside
gonna
it.
I'm gonna get out my like heavier clothing that I use for sandstorms, and I'm gonna put my goggles on for the sandstorms because I know that will help.
Yeah, that's fair. It does for a while, and as the rain begins to hit it, all you see is just water being pulled across the surface of your goggles. You guys have a couple options. You can try to run and get somewhere shelter. You can try to hunker down. What do you want to do? Looking around, you are all smart enough to tell, being out in this, you will run the risk of getting hit with pieces of random debris. Like that much is clear. There is shingles blowing off of roofs around you on the houses that you can see in the area. It turned up. It turned up real good. And
Things
there's
got
like
really bad here really quick.
You've had several days of rain, and it looks like that was all just a precursor to a massive storm that rolled in off the southern Osrian Sea.
Is there like what's the landscape around us looking like right now?
You are in what essentially is rolling fields of corn and wheat. You're in open farmland. There are some trees. There is the small rickety shed that you all just sheltered in for the evening. And you know you're probably about a half day's travel away from Southwatch, the settlement you were traveling to. There are homes and places along the way, none of them particularly close. They're within eyesight of you, but it's going to be a bit of a run.
Are any of them made out of stone?
Roll me a perception check. At disadvantage, because you're in the middle of a hurricane.
Can I also look around?
Yeah, absolutely. Anyone who wants to can go ahead and roll me a perception check right here.
8. I think my modifier is 0.
8. Great. Everyone's at disadvantage too, so everyone roll twice. Take the lower.
Yep. I rolled 9 and an 8.
As
so
you're
it
trying
wouldn't-
to look and focus, there's rain just pummeling you in the eyes. It's hard to even keep your eyes open at this point.
I had advantage from Karen, so is that a straight roll?
It would be a straight roll, so you would get
I
the
rolled a
you would
20.
get the- You would get the 20 with Kieran. You're
Kieran.
welcome. Thank you,
Thank
Kieran.
fuck.
Yeah, that worked out.
I got a
Looking
4, dude.
a ways away, you do see some of the like more expensive looking houses on the wealthier farms have a bit of a stone base to them. It's not an entirely stone house. It's more like half a foundation of stone that goes halfway about up the walls, and the rest is built with wood, and the roofs are made of thatch. Yeah, it looks like there would probably be some kind of underground storage type deal down there, some kind of cellar. There's nothing made entirely of stone here. It's mostly wood, being that it's surrounded by forest. And what
So
stone
make a
you have
break
is-
for that house. Yelling through the storm.
Yeah, go, yeah.
Okay,
I'll do the same.
everyone's making a
I'm
break
make-
for the house.
I'm gonna cast enhance ability on myself for Cat's Grace.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do real quick, we don't have any minis or anything else, so I should probably change the map over to, that's the wrong one. Where are we? There we go. We're okay. You guys all still have minis on the map. This is good, because I am going to have you all roll initiative for me, please. And at the start of the round, the storm will take its turn.
One of those UIs isn't real.
Whatever one you can
I'm not sure
manipulate
where
is
isn't.
the one that's... Oh,
Is initiative dex based?
I can
Uh,
manipulate both of them.
Yeah.
Fuck! Okay, well, we're gonna ignore UI. I'm just gonna...
Sick.
That
I
was
get
that was the
advantage
good
next
UI. That you need to roll that again. It was 11, right? I'll just add it. He had 11, correct? Was it for UI?
time. Nice.
Els?
I didn't roll for UI yet. I got a 19 for me.
Okay.
And then
Stanislav
I can-
rolled an 8. Oof.
No,
I
I
can-
rolled a 22 because I have Cat's Grace up. I get advantage.
Oh, what is going on with the initiative tracker then?
I rolled 8.
Okay.
So I roll for UI separately.
Yeah, hold up. I think we had a bug in the system. There we go. I'm gonna restart that, and I will enter everyone's manually. Unfortunately, pain in the ass. But Mantika,
You would have had to do that for me anyways.
yeah. What happened was it reloaded the old thing after we had already rolled. Mantuka, you had a 18 or an 8. My bad.
Yeah, an 8. I wish I had 18. That'd be great.
Stanislav, you had
In the rear
a-
with a
22.
Jeez.
So does the storm go at the beginning of the turn or on initiative count 20?
It's gonna go on.
Probably.
I'll say initiative
Start
count. I'll
with
say
things, then.
initiative count 20. I'm down with that.
Okay.
You guys. I mean, it's already happening, but as you guys are gonna be making a break for it, I would say it's gonna happen as you're like going. Gregory,
let
what
the
was yours?
storm be
3.
a storm.
Yeah.
Gregory rolls a 3. That one. Who am I missing? Mr.
Ah.
Maker.
Is a initiative check technically an ability check?
Yep. It's a dexterity-based ability check.
I want to add 5 to the roll.
Flash of
Using Flash
genius
of
on it?
genius.
Okay.
So I've got 24.
Okay, 24. That should be everyone. All 5. Okay, so
Flash yourself.
flash yourself. Starting the
another
round.
Monday.
Starting the round. I need some more epic tunes for this. Starting the round.
Should be a
Mr.
Spotify
Maker.
party so we can all hear it. Yeah, what's up?
I'm not using Spotify for this. I have licensed music that I have to use so I can put it on YouTube's. It's another thing in the budget. Anyway,
Very
starting off, yeah, it is, right? Mr. Maker, you have a
Yep.
moment as the storm begins to whip around. You see pieces of debris already flying your direction. What would you like to do, my friend?
I'm gonna
This is not where
continue
I saw this
making a
going
break.
today.
for
Okay.
that cellar.
Okay, you're gonna make a break for it. For any time you're moving through the storm and not trying to take shelter, you're gonna be making dexterity saving throws or take bludgeoning.
Okay.
damage. So go ahead and make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, I almost rolled a real life dice. I do not know why.
Chris gets a pass.
+4 from my aura of protection.
So 27.
Does that give you bonus in dex checks? Or any saving throw?
Saving throws.
Okay,
Yes.
so you're good. As you begin sprinting, a piece of the fence nearby flies off as the nails get loosened by the gale force winds, and you duck as this piece of plywood or this kind of 2x4 just flies right over your head and kind of soars off into the cornfield.
And feel a little bit of magical force.
Yeah, you
push
feel
your
like a
shoulder down.
little zhuzh coming from
Nice.
Stanislav. Which, considering the conversation you had the night before, is a nice gesture. Anyway,
Yeah,
Stani,
this is a nice gesture.
it is your turn. So, Hells, I'm going to say you
Okay.
make it your full movement, which is 60 feet, correct? Or do you have... You're sprinting, so...
Yeah,
So
I have
dash
full 30.
60 feet.
Okay. So, I'm going to say this house is about 300 feet away from you. It's going to be about
Okay.
3-4 turns before you
Well,
get to it.
Would it
depending
be
how this
possible
goes.
for me to expedite expeditious retreat?
Yeah, absolutely. Treat this
Well-
like a combat round. You just
Sick.
can't attack the storm. I mean, you could try.
Yeah, fair
You
enough.
could try if you
I'm not a
want to.
druid with control weather, unfortunately.
You can punch the storm. Yeah, so
Okay.
you would make it 80 feet then, right? Because you get an extra 10 feet
Yeah.
with expeditious retreat. Okay, so 80 feet. You're gonna make it in
And
four
then
turns
I
on your
will,
fourth turn. Okay.
I will use my bonus action as well to teleport forward using my misty booties.
Oh, you have the misty booties?
I have the misty booties.
Oh, I
can't
forgot
remember what it's called.
artificer stuff. Yeah.
Boots
yeah.
of the Winding Path, so I can teleport 15 feet past that, so 95
It
feet.
takes a bonus action. Okay, yeah. You move 90 feet. It's gonna take you, just over just over 3 turns. Sounds good. Stanislav, you're up. You just see Mr. Maker make a break for it, and a
Yep.
piece of wood fly over his head as he ducks. What are you gonna do?
So I'm on Ikesh right now. For my action, I'm gonna just grab Gregory and throw him on the back of Ikesh.
You were not mounted for the conversation, so you're gonna use part of your turn to mount up on Ikesh.
Sure, yeah, I'll use however 10 feet to get to him, and then half my
Yeah,
movement
about
to get on. Sure,
I'd say
that's
about-
fine by me.
Sounds good.
I'll use however much movement because it doesn't actually matter because now I'm on him.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna grab Gregory as well for my action.
Okay, so
Well,
just gonna
right
run
up.
snag Gregory. I assume there's no resistance coming from Gregory.
No.
As you just feel Stanislav's firm but gentle grip on the back of your shirt, lifting you into the air and kind of just draping you over his warhorse. You're on
Yep.
Ikesh, correct? So the warhorse.
Yes.
And as
can
he kind of
check
just
the
stands
movement
there.
on Ikesh for me? It's in my extras.
Okay.
I think it's 60 or 70 feet. I think it's 60.
Ikesh
which is the-
60 feet. Yeah.
Okay, so he has 70 because of my Aura of Alacrity. I'm gonna cast Shield of Faith as my bonus action. Wait, no, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm keeping up enhance ability.
Yeah, good
And
call, good call.
yeah, we're just gonna movement and action dash with Ikesh.
Okay.
That'll be his action.
I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw for Ikesh and
Okay.
yourself. I mean, Gregory, you're kind of getting force moved here, so I don't know if I want to make you make one. So I'm going to say what Stanislav rolls
Well,
will affect
I
the
have
both
him
of
like
you.
in front of
Yeah.
me, like underneath my shield, pretty
So it's
much.
on
which I
you
have
to
holding
protect
the-
Gregory safely. So
Yeah.
go ahead and roll,
Buddy!
let me know what you guys get.
Okay, that's cocked. That's also cocked. Are you shooting me? So for me, that is what's my dex? Oh wait, I have advantage. Yes. No. What's my dex save? Plus
7.
7. Okay, so that's a 12 for me.
Okay. It's not quite high
And
enough.
Nope. And
You're
then
going to take some damage there. Go ahead.
I think it's a +2 dex or +1 dex for Ikesh.
For Ikesh, +1 dex. Yep. Plus
So
1
he's
dexterity
fine,
for the
15.
horse.
He rolled 15.
Yeah. So the the DC
Which is
15.
more so what I care about.
Yeah, it's not like going to be a lot of damage. It's more there's going to
it's
be
fine.
repeated and it's going to start to affect you. So,
Yep.
as you're riding, you are just you take off. You're busy protecting Gregory, and as such, you don't notice the kind of a large piece of thatch that is blown off a nearby house that you're running past. Kind of just begins tumbling towards you and kind of hits you. Ikesh manages to avoid the bulk of it, but you are going to take 2d6 of bludgeoning damage. As this thing was
Cool.
flying through the air. You take 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, okay, so I'm at 77 out of 84.
Yeah, I can keep track of that for you too.
Do I have 84 or 81 max
You have
health?
87 currently.
87. Shit. Okay, so I'm at 80.
87. You are at 80 HP. However, I do need you to make an athletics check at disadvantage because you were trying to hold Gregory as well as this giant object. It bludgeons you from the side.
Athletics check or strength save?
Strength saving throw is fine. Your choice.
Yeah, nat 16, so
Okay.
lots.
With
What,
disadvantage.
22? Oh, with disadvantage? Okay.
Yeah, because you're trying to hold Gregory and ride a horse
Oh,
while you're doing
yeah,
this.
I rolled a nat 20 on the second one, so.
Okay, so you're good. As this object hits you, the kind of bundle of thatch that's blown off the roof, you begin to like fall sideways off your horse and just grab on and yank yourself back up and kind of like
Nice.
reposition Gregory. As long as you're holding him and he's not acting on his own, you're going to be at disadvantage trying to make these saves. So at a certain
Okay,
point,
that's fine.
Gregory might want to switch around. But that'll be it for your turn. You managed to move
140 feet, baby.
140 feet, so you're almost halfway to the house. 2 more turns and you'll get there. With
Mm-hmm.
you'll be 10 feet away at
Well,
the end of your next turn.
It'll be one turn because I'll just hop off a cache. Probably.
That's fair.
Use
All
my-
right. It is
Let's
UI's
go.
turn. What is UI doing for this, Mr. Maker?
He's just gonna dash.
He's gonna
staying
bolt
behind
with you.
me.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw. We're using his stats. He should have
You
a
guys
stat
see this golden horse just out
block. Yeah,
into
just
the wind.
power past you.
Yeah.
Kind of just begin galloping off, and then you see a massive bundle of like reeds and thatch just kind of tumble and crash into Stanislav, and he barely maintains his grip on the horse.
I adjust my goggles back into place after getting clocked.
Yep. Oh shit!
Nat 20, baby.
Nat 20. So not Mr. Maker, unnamed intern takes off into the mud and rain from the safety of the small shed, and as he's running, there's just bits of small like corn husks flying at him, different bits of foliage and debris, and he's just smacking it out of the air with his hands, not even paying attention to it. He doesn't really even need to.
He's also made out of metal.
Ping, ping. Yeah, as he makes his way, and his movement is 30 feet.
40, so he's going 80.
So he gets 80 feet. So he passes you,
What?
or
Me?
he ties you. He literally catches right up to you.
I'm at 95.
Oh yeah, so he's 15 feet behind you. My bad, I forgot about your extra teleport. That's my mistake. Unnamed intern just begins catching up. I'm on my way, sir. Bantuka, you're gonna be up. What do you want to do?
Just gonna do dash action, so I'm gonna go fucking rush forward 80 feet, and that'll
Okay.
be my turn.
Dexterity saving throw, please. Try and dodge these debris.
Two.
I believe as you have danger sense, do you know it?
I do.
So add advantage then, because you
Yeah.
can definitely
Oh, thank
see
God.
the debris flying at your face. You rolled a 5 and a 15.
15.
If 15 just make it, so you start getting pummeled by like little bits
Oh,
of things.
shit.
It's a high DC. There's lots of shit flying around. They may not hit all that hard, but there's lots of it. You begin to just get pummeled by bits of debris as you're trying to run, but using your not overly like massive hulking form, you just kind of power through it and just begin smacking things out of the way. Bits of wood break off your biceps as you're trying to run through it. Nothing seems to be slowing you down. Gregory, you are being held by Stanislav currently, kind of at the front of the horse. You're probably going to need to figure that situation out, but it is your turn.
By the
What do
way,
you wanna do?
DM, I rolled a 15 on my con save plus things because I did take damage
Yeah, you're
to
good.
maintain enhanceability.
Yeah, you're good. What's Gregory doing?
Greg's gonna kind of adjust himself to be like hugging Akesh the best he can.
Okay, you're gonna spin around and get a hold of the neck. Okay, cool.
Yeah, in any way, shape, or form that I can. And then I'm just going to open the box very difficultly, but I'll try.
It's just the wind is blowing around you as you begin opening the mysterious toy box that you keep all your magic in.
And out pops just this little guy. And a bonus action, Stan, you're going to hear just very weird little chirping, singing type sounds. And I'll cast Healing Word at level 1. Bonus action. 7. Hell
You
yeah.
heal back all your HP.
And
So
then
over the din of this gale, this storm, you hear these very cute, very small, very faint kind of musical notes, and they feel quite soothing.
it
Very
kind of
soothing to
sounds like singing did in the N64. Like it's very bitted, but you can kind of tell it's trying to sing.
I like it.
And then I'm going to also, you'll see...
Thanks, buddy!
You're welcome. And then as soon as it goes in the box, this little guy just pops right out and just kind of clings to the side of Stan's arm, and I'll cast guidance on him as well. Let's go. And that's me.
Okay, yeah, you don't need to make a dex save because you're not moving this turn. You're just waiting on Stanislav's movement, so that's a plus for you. Mr. Maker, you're up.
Okay, I'm now gonna cast
205 feet
Strike
away
on
from
me.
the house.
Because
Wait.
I cast the wrong one last time. I cast Expeditious Retreat.
Expeditious Retreat gives you 5 feet. Okay.
It gives you an extra bonus action dash.
Oh, so you could have moved
shit.
3 times last turn,
Mm-hmm.
and you
I
didn't.
could have,
Yeah,
but I'll
okay.
take what I took.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna do the same deal. I'm just gonna fucking
Mm-hmm.
run it. So now I go 120 feet forward.
That checks out.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw to complete this movement.
Okie doke. Flash of genius that just
To a
for
14.
posterity. It's
Okay.
14.
You unfortunately still fail
I
the
figured.
roll. And as you're running, you look back to see where unnamed intern is, and if anyone's managing to keep up with you, or if you're just severely outpacing them. And you see Stanislav on his horse just trolloping towards you.
How far is he?
Stanislav moved 120 feet his last turn.
Wouldn't I
140.
still get +4 then?
No, it's only within 10 feet. You only want
Ah.
to start your turn within 10 feet
Yeah,
of me.
yeah, you were
Okay.
30 away. And as you kind of running, you
Not that high level yet.
you turn back,
Okay.
and as you do, a large chunk of wood that blew off the side of one of these houses just whacks you in the chest, shattering into a bunch of pieces. All the pieces kind of flying into the storm and continuing to blow away. Ow! You are going to take 2d6 bludgeoning damage. You take 9 points of bludgeoning damages.
Okay.
And
Do
I
I
need
still
you.
make it?
You need to make me a strength saving throw, please.
Blame these
let's
guys
not.
for that 96.
Let's not do that. Let's not make a strength.
And saving throws don't actually count as ability checks, so you can't Flash of Genius them as far as I know.
Flash of Genius also counts for saving throws.
Well, I'll just go fuck myself then.
Yeah, so it's ability check or saving throw.
Okay, so you
But
rolled it.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. So as you're running, you get about halfway of your movement. You're moving pretty damn quick. So I'll say you get half of your movement at this point.
60.
So you got 60 feet, and as you turn back, it gets smacked by this wood. You're knocked back onto your ass, fall
Big
down into the
clothesline.
sopping wet mud. The wind is just driven from your body. You cast Longstrider, which is concentration, correct? No, it just lasts.
Yeah, no, but
It's not even
Expedition
concentration. That's
Retreat
dope.
is
Okay, so you need to make me a Constitution saving throw to maintain concentration on your concentration spell.
cool.
Sorry, I had a brain fart for a second there. You're at advantage?
I am because I have Warcaster, and I'm gonna Flash of Genius that as well.
You're fine. You needed to beat a 10. So the way
Okay, fine.
concentration checks work, I guess we haven't really had to do one for you since you started playing. You either need to beat a 10 or half of the total damage if it exceeds that.
Cool.
Yeah. So if you get hit with a 14, it's just a 10. But if you get hit with a 24, you need to be a 12, so on and so forth. Easy peasy. You do maintain concentration, but you are laying just on your back in the muck, the wind just completely knocked out of your body, trying to regain your breath as the rest of your party, you're just watching them kind of stream past you in the rain.
So I'm prone.
You are prone, so it's half your movement to get up, no matter what your movement is next turn.
Wouldn't it be half like my base movement, or is it half like would I have to take 60 of my total?
I
120?
feel like it should be half your base movement,
Okay.
because it seems odd to me to have to give up
Yeah,
60 feet of 120. So we're gonna homebrew rule it from here on in. With it doesn't count magical enhancements, just your base. So you'll have
Okay.
lose 15 feet off the start of your next turn.
Because 2 is my 2 of them are double dash actions, so I got dash
Fair.
and then dash again.
Yeah. All right. So Stanislav, you're up. Mr. Maker
right.
takes off past you, and as he looks back and sees you again, you kind of nod, and you're getting ready to encourage him on a little bit, and you see him just get fucking pummeled in the chest with this massive plank of wood and tumble back into the dirt. What are you gonna do?
Oh shit! Well, I'm just gonna continue.
Mr. Maker, as you're like
Okay.
trying to catch your breath, all you hear is as Stanislav just fucking gallops right past you and splatters you with a little mud on his way past.
Oh, he's in front of me. That's right.
Yeah, he got past you.
Okay. Okay.
Not
never
by
mind.
much, mind you. He's only about 30 feet ahead of you at this point.
Okay,
but-
so I saw that in front of me. That's right.
That would have been-
in that case.
Oh, that would have been funny. Okay, fine.
Okay, so I'm gonna. It's an action. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Oh,
As
God.
I'm going by, grab him,
Yep.
sling him onto the horse.
You now
on the
have
back, So
you
now
now have
I'm a sandwich.
three people on your horse.
Oh,
all
yeah,
medium size. Yeah, he's gonna be slowed by that.
I can say
100%.
if you could just lift me, I can fucking run it.
Okay.
If you
Yeah,
can manage
having
to get me
I don't
don't
care
wanna
how
slow
big
down
your
yet.
horse is. No horse can carry 3 people without being at some kind of penalty. God
Can
horse
I-
or not.
Can I like grab him up real quick on my way by? As my action?
It's gonna be a separate check, but yeah. While you're doing your movement though, I need a dexterity saving throw for you and Ikesh while you're moving through the storm.
Here's mine.
You want me to do Ikesh's over here?
No, I got it. I rolled a 16 plus things, and then
Okay.
Akash rolls 9 plus what? 1 or 2. So he's gonna get hit.
Yeah. Okay, so as Ikesh is running, a piece of again, it's just mostly wood and bits of
wait.
fence and debris at this point. What's up?
Is his dex a +1 or +2?
+1.
Would he get?
Okay, so it would be a 14, unfortunately, with my +4 for
Unfortunately.
more protection. Shit.
Giving guidance to the horse.
Yep. Unfortunately. Yeah, you should have guided the horse. As he's running, he kind of just
Wait.
doesn't see.
Can
What?
you check to see if it says that any spell I cast on myself, I can also make target my horse? Because
No,
there is a thing
I'm
in that there.
Pretty sure it can't. It just goes to you, as far as I can tell. I don't
you
really
just double
feel
check
like
that
looking through all of your rules to figure that out.
Wait, help me. Okay, never mind.
You
It's
should
fine.
know the rules of your character.
But no, I like I do.
Okay,
It's just if
is
if
that
it's a spell
features and
cast.
traits? One
No,
second.
it's in Find Steed. The spell.
Okay.
Because it should say like any spell that targets me. Also, I can also make target my steed. The wording, if it's any spell I cast or any spell cast on me. Period. Because the guidance could save me from this, if I'm able to apply it to Nikesh.
You can make any spell that you cast that targets only you. Also
Okay.
target your steed.
Yes. Okay. Good.
So
never mind.
as he
Strength
takes
save.
off and begins riding, he tries to turn and just crashes through a fence that he didn't manage to see in the storm. So he's going to take 2d6 of his smashing damage. What's up, Tark, with the subby, buddy? Thank you for the
Hey.
fucking
For
12
Ikesh.
months. Appreciate you. Gonna be lurking, but had to get in. I appreciate it, buddy. Ikesh the horse takes 7 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
to
So
the
he's
face.
at 10.
Yeah, he's
He
at
has
10
17
HP.
total HP.
He
Yep.
has 10 HP, and I need you to make me a strength saving throw for the horse.
What's his strength?
+4.
15 with my aura of protection.
The
Rolled a
prone,
7
the
plus
prone
4
isn't
plus
quite
4.
as high as avoiding the damage.
Okay.
So he's okay.
Still a 15. Yeah.
He manages to maintain. He kind of stumbles a bit over the fence as he's running and galloping through, but he manages to just like catch his footing as before you and little Gregory get flung from the back of a horse.
What
which would
about
be
getting Mr.
very
Maker
bad.
up on my way past?
I'm gonna say with
For
your
my
horse stumbling and everything, it's gonna be difficult. He's lost half his
That's fine.
movement from that, but
Okay.
you will still pass Mr. Maker on your way, so you can at least try to get him up. So I need you to make me say acrobatics or athletics.
I'll do acrobatics.
It's a
'cause
little
at
difficult.
advantage.
Yeah, it's a little difficult to swing off a moving horse in the middle of a storm and pick someone up out of the mud, but it's not something that's out of the
Y'all
realm
saw
of
what Legolas
possibility.
did to the Oliphant.
You gotta try to hook it with the back of the fucking halberd.
Um,
There you go.
what's my
Give him the old
acrobatics
fish
plus
hook.
6?
Yeah.
+6, I think.
Yeah, you got +6 acro.
So 22.
Yeah, so Mr. Maker, is before you've even managed to get the breath in, like you just got walloped by that thing. You feel a firm yet gentle grip on your shoulder, just yank you up to your feet, and you stumble forward, still trying to catch your breath. You put a hand down, you're like, and you just kind of catch it, and you are no longer prone, so you will not have to use half your base movement next turn. Well done. Well
Thank
done. And then, yeah, so half of your movement would have been just a straight 60. So altogether, you move another 60 feet on Ikesh. Still another 2 turns away.
70 because of my aura of alacrity. I have 2
Okay.
auras.
You do have 2 auras.
So I'm 200. So I'm what, 20 feet away?
No, you moved 120, then another
140.
140, then another 70. You're 210. So you're 90 feet away from the house.
Wait, did I lose my Ikesh's dash action?
Yeah, when you got whopped, it's just half your movement. That's all you can
Okay,
do.
cool.
And I'm
So,
still giving
yeah,
you the
yeah, yeah,
60 or the 70 feet, so you're not getting the dash up.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so you're at 210. So we're still one turn away, but it's one turn. Unnamed intern is, I'm assuming, just going to keep following you and running through the storm here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have him keep going towards the fucking area.
Something zoomed in. Wait, hold up. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. There we go. We're back. We're good. We're good now. Okay, so make me a dexterity saving throw for the little guy, please.
Doing
Stan
it.
is MVP for sure. For sure.
Where is he? Oh, there he is. Okay, dex save.
Yes, please. Solid 20. Okay, he's good.
Yeah, doing good.
He's managing to avoid all this debris, which is saying something. I mean, he's kind of small as robots go. He's kind of short. A lot of it's
Goddamn
flying
Debris.
over his head. But he's still managing to just plow through fence. He's not climbing over anything. He sees a wooden fence in front of him. He's just putting his shoulder through and just...
Like the cop in a Hot Buzz instead of
Yeah,
jumping
what's
over
the matter?
fence,
You've never
he just
taken a
busts through.
shortcut, and he tries, and then he falls over. Yeah. Hot Fuzz is one of my all-time favorite movies. Like, I love that. That entire trilogy. Could nerd out about it for days.
This really hurts. Can I have some ice cream?
A named intern on his way past. Do you want him to use his heal ability on you or anything, or are you okay?
I'm fine. It's
Okay,
fine.
because he does run right past you. He almost stops a minute to help you, and then kind of just keeps going.
Yeah, I like fucking tell him to keep going.
Mantuka, you're up. Currently bringing up the rear.
80 feet of dash.
Dexterity
That's
saving
me.
throw. This is a simple challenge. It's just a lot of dex.
Story of my life. Dex. Fuck me.
You have advantage because you're a barbarian, at least.
I'm awesome.
You're good. Yeah, so you're fine.
18.
Yeah, not an issue whatsoever. I feel like the cat is causing some issues right now. 100%. That's a cat issue. You're just sprinting through the storm. You're seeing your comrades get knocked down and fall all around. You're just like fucking idiots. And you just power right through. Not even a struggle at all as the rain is just whipping you in the face. You kind of just put your arm up against it and continue. Solid as a rock. Praise Mogus.
And while I'm praise Mogus, but while I'm doing this, I'm like, did I do something wrong? Like, what is Mogus mad at me? I'm having a little god-like complex right now. Like, am I being punished
Why you in a
by the
hurricane?
weather?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Like maybe Mogus was mad for my inaction with the torture victim Ted there.
Are you
Yeah,
are you
didn't
saying
help me
anything?
torture him.
What's
To
that?
be fair, Mogus is more of a murder on sight kind of deity. To be fair.
No, 100%.
He does
But, like,
enslave a lot of people, though. That is also very much in.
But
his
Mantuka's
realm.
like, did I fuck up?
Are you going to
did I
say
fuck
anything
up
to
here?
your god in this, or are you just taking a quiet moment of introspection?
Just a little me time, be like, did I done fuck up?
Yeah,
Did
you.
Mantuka
Meanwhile-
fuck up?
You think about the time
He's just
since
like
you've left.
batting away shit, and
Yeah.
he's like, "What happened? What did I do?" Like,
Just
barely-
How did I end it?
existential
Yeah.
What
crisis.
did I do?
Yeah, the piece of wood hits one of your horns and just breaks and shatters. You don't even
Completely
flinch.
unfazed.
Damn it, I need to buy a Corvette.
Yep.
I should buy a boat.
Okay, Gregory, you're still not moving on your own accord, so no saves for you. Would you like to do anything in this time while you're holding on to the back of Ikesh? You did see him take a pretty big hit.
Yeah,
Or not a big hit, but a decent hit on his last. Like half his hit points.
Yeah,
Half his
I
HP.
just- You see, I'm like kind of holding on to Cash, holding on to Stan a little bit, and I see the little pink fuzzball holding on to the side of Stan's thigh, and I just kind of go up and kind of push him down onto a Cash. Just no, wrong
Okay.
one. And
Slide
then I
him
just
over.
push him into a Cash, and just you just kind of hear no, as I'm pushing him into the horse.
Yeah, he doesn't like that.
Help
He doesn't like
him!
being pushed. Okay, so guidance on the horse.
Mm-hmm.
I like that I'm learning what these cute little spell things do now. It's great. So guidance.
Welcome to Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Please play it. Oh
I don't
god.
know. if we're
The
allowed
name
to
of the
say
box.
Okay, so that's good for all you. That's just a D4 to the horse. Next round, Mr. Maker.
Yeah.
You still have like 2 turns of distance to travel. What do you want to do?
Do I?
You went 95 total feet,
And then I went 60.
then another 60. Got knocked on your ass,
Sure.
and you're 300 feet away. So 95 plus 60 is 155. You're 145 feet away.
And I can move 120. Okay. I'm
my
doing
math checks. My math checks out. I think.
No,
I'm doing okay with
do,
math
yeah.
today.
I'm just making sure. So I'm gonna run. I'm just gonna fucking dash to keep going. I'm gonna keep going.
Okay, roll me a dexterity saving throw to avoid all the shit flying through the sky at you. Not a problem.
Okay.
You're starting to kind of figure it out. You're learning to avoid the bigger pieces and kind of just absorb the smaller hits so as to not compromise yourself from the bigger ones. And you continue just dodging and weaving your way through all the debris flying through the air at you as you make your way towards the cabin. And you can see it. You know it's within your reach. You just got to make it there. You do make it the rest of your turn without taking anything. Stanislav.
So 120 feet.
Yeah, from
right?
155. So
Or
you're 25 feet away.
I could take 80. Yeah, no, that's fine. Whatever.
Okay. Yeah, you
Well,
still got
wait,
25
hold on.
to. Oh,
How far?
Jesus
How far
fucking
would I
Christ.
go on 80 instead?
You would, instead of 25 feet to go, you would have an extra 10, so you'd have 15 feet to go.
Okay, well, on my turn, as I'm passing UI, I only want to go
Yep.
80, and then cast Long Strider on him as well.
Okay, so he can make it on his next turn since he hasn't had any penalties to movement whatsoever this entire time.
Maker will be considering that his bonus for the year.
I
No,
will.
he goes 80 and then 80 and then 80. He's still only at like fucking 240. So he still has another turn to go as well. Shit.
Well, he'll go. He'll go
yeah.
another 100 next time.
Oh, because you got long strider.
He's
Stanny,
got Long Strider.
you're up.
I must most sincerely apologize for I have forgotten that I have a point of exhaustion, so I should have been rolling straight rolls instead of at advantage from.
Oh man.
So
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like this next one I'll just roll at straight disadvantage despite having the spell up.
Yeah, I would say that seems fair.
Sorry about that.
No
Okay.
worries. Got to make sure to
So-
remember those things.
Yeah,
There's a lot of skill checks that happened in the last.
So I
one.
will- I'm gonna recast enhance ability on both me and Akesh.
Okay.
Um,
I will take off that spell.
That's my action. I have only 1 second level left now.
I forgot to click it off the first time, so I used it twice.
That's okay. Okay, and then we're just gonna. How far am I away now?
Y'all are making me do a whole lot of math. in my head.
I'm 90 feet away. You said it was 300 feet, right?
Yeah. Yeah. you're
So 90 feet
210,
away.
so
Okay.
90 feet.
So instead of sprinting the rest of the way there, I'm just gonna hunker down and have him just move his 70 feet of movement.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw for him.
A little easier.
Yeah.
So for him, that's a nat 20.
Hey!
Oh, we got a nat 20. Fuck yeah, dude. Okay, so
And then-
he's fine. And now for you,
And then me.
at disadvantage.
Yeah. Nat 1. There it is.
Yeah! Fuck
Okay.
yeah!
Does
Network!
it move? Guidance.
Yeah, you suck.
Yeah, the guidance doesn't help at that
okay.
point.
It might.
It's still a nat 1 on a saving throw. 'Cause
Yeah, but you see, we don't do critical failures on those, do we?
I don't really do critical failures. It's still a pretty bad failure, even
What's
with
my
guidance.
dex? So dex save is +6.
Yeah, the plus 7.
So
so it's an
that's a
8. So
7.
the maximum you can achieve is a 12. It's still not enough.
Nope. No, it's not.
Nope. Nope, it's not. So you're gonna take 2d4. 2d6 points. You only take 6 more points of bludgeoning damage
Oh, it's fine.
as
fuck.
a shingle from the house that you are currently approaching blows off the roof. This is a little bit of a nicer house. They're not dealing with just thatch. They got some shingles on the kind of
Oof.
side part, and you essentially a clay shingle to the face. As it just shatters and the pieces fly
Ow.
off into the storm. I need you to
Ow.
make me a strength saving throw.
At disadvantage.
Yeah,
When
disadvantage.
our ability, it's only ability checks for exhaustion, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
But is this one just at disadvantage anyways? Because I'm still trying to protect Grigori.
Gregory's now holding on his own,
Okay.
so I'll say you're good for this one. You just
Okay,
had
I'll
to
just
do the
reroll
one. Okay, go ahead.
Ooh, what is it? +7?
Plus 7. For your strength save, plus 9.
Oh, 15.
Ooh, just barely. That's good. Well, it was 13 anyway, so you're fine. It's this clay shingle just smashes off of your face. Blood kind of spurts out of your mouth. You just wipe it off. There's cuts kind of along the side of your face. You don't get thrown from the back of your horse, but you kind of whip backwards and then have to readjust yourself. And you got your like.
We still make it the 70 feet though, right?
How did I get exhausted? What the fuck?
It says you're exhausted. GM is exhausted.
Oh man, you guys, God is so tired today.
That's what I was laughing about, dude.
I think Roll20 just told you to drink an energy drink.
Yeah,
I don't know.
did. It said.
But so I still make it the 70 feet on a cache, right?
Yeah.
With Gregory?
Yeah, you're
Okay,
good.
so I'm gonna hop off now.
I'm really confused by that, guys. And I am, that's fact. I'm exhausted, period, but...
Yep.
Okay.
So I'm gonna jump off of my horse now.
Okay, yeah. So you moved 70, you still have 40 feet to go. Nope.
20.
Nope, I was wrong, 20 feet to go.
Yeah. How much movement does getting off of horse take?
I'll say you can acrobatics check it to just have it use none and yeet yourself into the storm. Or you can just, fuck it. I mean, like, it's a dismount of the horse. I'll say 10 feet of movement. At this
I have
point.
enough. Yeah, I have enough. So I'm gonna get off,
You'll
grab
be fine.
Gregory, and walk into the house.
Fair. You approach the front door, and as you kind of try to open it, it is seemingly either locked or barred from the inside. This is someone's residence. Someone lives here, and have seemingly battened down the hatches from the storm.
Okay, I'll just knock. Just say, "Help us, please."
Okay, roll me a persuasion check.
Help.
This will be your action.
Help!
I think this is a
Thank you for the
plus
alert,
0
zombie.
or -1. My charisma's not that. No, my charisma's
You're
great.
a fucking paladin. What are you talking about?
Yeah. It doesn't matter. I rolled a 3.
You rolled a 3. Yeah. No, unfortunately.
What's my persuasion? +4? +5?
+4, yeah, so 7. You just begin pounding on the door as you're like,
I'll
please
use
help us.
guidance.
You don't hear anything from the inside.
I only rolled a 2 on the guidance.
Yeah, so you don't know if it's the fury of the storm or the sound of debris just been hitting these people's house for so long at this point that they're kind of just getting used to it. They don't really hear you knocking at the door as far as you can tell. That or they're
said
ignoring
there's
you.
Cellar door, right?
I said there's likely a cellar. You didn't see one from where you were looking, but this appears like kind of the sturdier type building that would probably have some kind of underground storage. If you'd like to look for one on your turn, you
I
can.
want to run to the crawl space.
Okay. That will be your turn, Stanny. Unnamed intern is up.
Yeah, he's gonna
Power through. I believe he is now close enough to like get there, or within
Yeah.
10 feet of the house at least. He still has to make a
So-
dex save. 11.
But I'm gonna flash a genius that as well because he's within 30 feet of me.
You can do that to your friends too. I forgot.
When
about
you
that.
or another creature
Yep.
you can see within 30 feet.
Yeah. No, that's absolutely fair. So
He's
he
got
gets
a
a 16. He just makes it. As he's running, another shingle kind of blows off the roof and breaks off into a bunch of pieces as it conks him in the side of the head. He doesn't even flinch. He's made of metal. It doesn't even.
Sure.
It kind of just skirts off. You notice a little. Just like a little mark there. You might need to buff out at some point. He's taking a few licks, but he does make it okay. Say he's. I don't know if he's at the door. I'm gonna say he's
He
at
should-
the door. He's at the
so-
door. Fuck it.
Can I make him look around?
Yeah, go ahead. Absolutely. You can command him to do anything you want him to do.
Cool.
Technically.
So his perception.
Yeah. At this point, every turn you're out in the storm, you're also going to be having to roll to avoid stuff because now you're near like settlements and towns or buildings where shit's actively flying off of. Gotta keep
His
things
passive is
interesting, bro.
16, and then
16.
perception is wisdom. So would it
Yeah,
just
so
be
roll
wisdom?
it's disadvantage because in the middle of a storm it's hard to see and make shit out. So go ahead and roll 2d20s, take the lower. I'm not sure what his perception skill is, or it would just be his wisdom stat or
Sure.
bonus.
Oh,
Oh, ooh, that looks like a nat 1 to me. We got you, Rusty. We haven't had a chance for me to roll on anything yet. That looks like a nat 1 to me, homie.
That one.
I mean, we could.
That looked like a nat.
We could just not.
That looked
That
like
would
a
be
nat
great.
1 to me, homie.
I think
so
that was probably
before.
As unnamed intern approaches the door, he's like almost gonna go knock on it, and he turns and he starts looking around frantically, trying to find some kind of like safety or passage, and he doesn't.
He loses both eyes.
Yeah, as he's kind of like just the rain begins pummeling him in the eyes at this point. He's having trouble like seeing and making things out. He can't really like locate any kind of safety or hiding spot at this point. Mantuka, you're up. I think you're 80 feet a turn, so 160 feet in right now. He's got another 140 to go.
Fucking 80 feet.
Roll me a
You're
dex
in
save,
luck,
please.
Fuck
This has
yeah.
been the game of dex save. I suppose if you want to do a strength save to just punch your way through the debris, I would allow it, I suppose.
I will take that.
Just to keep
Sure
things
as shit,
interesting,
brother.
Stanislav, that'll apply to you on your
24.
following turns as well.
Boom,
There you go.
motherfucker.
Yeah, so as debris is flying at you at
Okay,
this point,
Storm.
instead of trying to dodge it, which is not something you're all that great at, you're not really accustomed to it. You're a big guy. You're good at seeing things coming, but your preferred method is just to smash your way through your life's problems. So as bits of debris and wood are flying at you, just thumping your way through them, breaking them before they ever reach you, and you manage to move your full movement. Though, like, at this point, you're starting to get some slivers in your arms from all the wood you've been punching, and it's starting to build up, but you're looking good, and you only have, like, a turn left to go. Look at you. Look at you. The house is now within reach. You see Stanislav just pounding on the door, but you can't hear it over the din of the storm. And that will be it for your turn. Gregory,
Praise be to Mogus.
you are now on the back of the horse. I
grabbed Gregory on my turn and brought him with me.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. You are now standing next to Stanislav.
I'm gonna. Are you still? Is Stan still knocking on the door?
Oh yeah, he's still going for it.
Just kind of join very meekly with him, and just anytime he says something, I'm gonna just say it again.
You're gonna give the echo of a small child in the storm, like, please help us, please.
Just like the last 3 words, though, so it'd be like,
Okay.
please help us, we're out here, here.
Real quick, roll me a dex save to avoid any incoming debris, and then roll me a persuasion check to try to convince them to open the door.
Plus 40, you're safe.
I want to say with advantage now, because Stanislav is actively doing it too, and you're trying to, like, combine. Okay, you're fine. Yeah, you're set. There's still pieces flying, but you're kind of nestled under the side of the wall at this point. You feel like you're mostly protected from stuff. With an 18, as you're pounding on the door, Stanislav as well, just hammering into it, harder and harder, trying to get whoever's inside to hear it. You just hear like the very faint sound of a steel latch getting undone on the inside as the door opens, and you're greeted by what appears to be a kind of like an older gentleman. Appears to be almost half elven. He's got a little point to his ears, long gray hair, kind of a disheveled but not poorly kept beard. It's just like it hasn't been brushed in a while. You gather he was probably outside when the storm kicked up and made his way in. And behind him you see what appears to be a woman not all that far off from his age as well, kind of hunkered down in the corner, kind of just sitting around a candle. Looking like they're just playing a simple game of dice around a small candle. There's a younger girl there too, appears to be their daughter or some kind of family member as well. Yes, hello. What are you doing out in this storm?
Hi.
Please help us. We got caught out in the storm, and I'm gonna show him that badge thingy that we got in Southwatch.
Yeah, me too.
You gather he's a pretty friendly man to begin with, and before you even have the badge out, he's standing aside and is gesturing for the two of you to please come in. Is there more of you?
Yeah, there's about 1.5, 2.5 people.
He looks outside and sees Mantuka just approaching, punching all
There's
of
a
the debris flying.
1.5 one.
Get in quickly! There's a Minotaur coming! There's a Minotaur!
No, he's fine.
He's our friend. He's
He's
fine.
your friend with Minotaurs?
Yeah.
Just that one.
Okay, if you say so. Well, hurry up then! He screams at the those still outside. That hurts my throat a little bit.
I'm gonna unsummon Ikesh real quick. Free action to do that.
Yeah. I'm not gonna have him get bludgeoned to death out in the storm. So
Yeah.
as you look at Ikesh and you just like let desummon him, he begins just vanish into etherealness. Just as a rather large piece of wood that probably would have finished him off flies right through where he was standing only moments before. You're like, "Whew."
Someone, hurry up, guys!
He wouldn't
And I'm
let you
gonna go
let that
inside.
one down. Yeah, okay. So we're on to Mr. Maker. It's just Mr. Maker. Unnamed intern. I'd say unnamed intern is at the door. So he's gesturing.
Well,
he's safe.
He came in too. Yeah.
I'll say he's safe now too. So it's just Mr. Maker and Mantuka still out in the raging storm. Mr. Maker, I do believe you're within one movement of it as well.
I should be, and that looks like a solid one for me.
That looks like a good one. So as you're running, you kind of put the house between you and the direction the wind's coming from and just hope that nothing blows off too close to you. And you make your way kind of weaving around the stuff and get to the door as this old gentleman kind of gestures you in.
I jump in.
Yeah, you
Like,
just kind
full,
of
like,
jump
I
through.
leap in.
You just
land.
crash to the floor as the women in the corner. Oh,
You see my
kind of
flesh
taken
kinda,
aback.
like-
Yeah.
You see my flesh just kind of like morph down and then like zoop back up into the face I'm wearing.
Stretch Armstrong.
A little bit.
Don't worry, you get used to it.
Neither of the women notice that.
No.
Okay, good.
There were 5 and a natural 1, so not a single one of them notices. As your face just briefly shifts as you smack it into the hard wooden floor, and you are now within
Like
the shelter of the house. Mantuka, actually,
Like the
Stanny, you can
shifting bounty hunter from Star Wars.
pretty much.
I'm gonna
Stanny, you
do
have a
what I
turn
do and-
technically before Mantuka, if you'd like to
Oh.
assist him in any way.
Me?
Yell at me
you're next.
motivationally.
Next in the turn order, technically. So
Well, I still could.
you can also
Um,
still help in any way you want to. It's up to you.
I want to shoot him with my grappling hook. No, I don't.
Just impales him, yanks him through. Okay. That would work. It would do the fucking trick, man. Holy
I
shit.
don't have my
What's up,
spells
Booster guy?
open in front of me. I don't know. I don't think there's much I can do.
Mm,
Do you want me to send
I
you like a
could-
screen cap of
I
your
can legit-
character
My
sheet?
computer's,
Run.
my computer's
I'll
booting
get
up
there
now.
when I get
It'll
there.
be.
Okay,
I'll have
okay.
it for the second half.
Okay, cool.
can't help.
80
just-
feet of Mantuka movement. What's up?
If I see any big debris coming for him as I'm watching through the door, can I run out and try and deflect it with my shield?
At risk of taking a hit yourself for going
That
back
is
outside.
Mantuka's debris. Are you
Yeah.
gonna take that away from him?
Yes.
And
That's
Tukabri.
his badge of honor.
Okay, so you go kind of stand at the
My
door.
debris.
Or so you're gonna hold your movement, and if you see a piece coming, you're gonna try to spring into action and help Mantuka.
Yeah.
Whether he wants your assistance or not. Unnamed intern, do you want him to do anything? Or is he just
Nah,
gonna
he's just
enjoy
gonna-
being out of the rain?
Yeah, he's just gonna be inside.
Okay, so Mantuka, I need you to roll me your dex save to see if anything is gonna hit you. There's definitely pieces flying at him.
So can I do the
100%.
same thing like before, where I can use my strength? Is that
100%, 100%. Though now you see
Oh.
Stanislav is kind of waiting ready at the door in case
I'll
you're about to
fucking kill
take a
you,
hit by
Stan.
something.
No.
I can't hear you. I'm just ready to help.
Okay.
24. Good to go.
As he's like running towards you, you're standing in the door, you see a piece coming, and you notice Mantuka just clock it as it's coming through the air towards him. You see him wind up, and you're like, he's got this. And just without even hesitation, just puts his fist right through this piece of wood flying at him and just powers right through. At this point, he's walking. He's still running for the sake
I
of the
pump a
dash.
fist
But
and like yell "yeah" to him as he punches through the giant.
My debris. My debris.
And I'll just step out of the way as he gets through the door.
yeah, and you kind of have to hunker down
Yeah.
to get in the to get in the door there. And Mantuka, now being the last, you are now standing in a smallish but well built, well kept dwelling. The floor is made what appears to be a very hard treated wood, kind of a darker, almost like oak. And there's a nice stone foundation, a small fireplace in the corner, which is out currently, and it looks like they've sealed it up somehow to stop the wind blowing all the ashes around the house. And they just have a small like candle set up in the table. 2 women are playing what appears to be a very basic dice game. And this older gentleman is, just give me 1 second. He closes the door, latches it. Welcome to my home.
I want to
Oh.
immediately start looking around for any like soft spots, any weak points.
Oh, roll me a perception check easily. Yeah, go ahead. What were you all doing in that storm? That was crazy of you.
We were just traveling
I'm
back
Flash of
to our.
Geniusing it.
Okay.
We were traveling back to our abode. Yeah, go ahead with your description first.
So with a 20 with that flash of genius on you like it is a well-built house, but you do see some spots where like bits of the roof might have blown off, and there's a little bit of water beginning to drip through as it makes its way through the now thinner portions of thatch. It definitely looks like the storm has done some damage and probably will continue to wear at that spot for the duration of your stay.
Can I try to like reinforce those areas?
Absolutely, yeah. I'd say you could do Tinker's tools. Using your, I'm gonna say strength, because you're trying to actively like do building and reinforce.
Dexterity, maybe?
What's dexterity? Like, what's dexterous about taking a giant log or like something and propping a ceiling up? It's up to you. If you can describe how you're going to fix it, and I'll tell you what to roll.
Okay, well, I would take probably small sheets in a hexagon, because everybody knows hexagons are super fucking strong.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they make airplanes out of it. The shape. That's true. That's true. Look that up.
Yeah, no,
okay.
it's...
I'm gonna take small pieces using my advanced craftsman knowledge. Small pieces, very small pieces, and very dexterously place them over these areas to reinforce them from the storm.
Tinker's tools.
Yes,
using your dex bonus as well as your proficiency. Go ahead.
Okay, so how do I roll?
If he needs to reach any high
You
points,
just
I will pick
roll-
him up and lift him up to the roof sections.
Roll your dexterity, add your proficiency, which is 3.
Okay.
So 14, I assume.
So-
How many flashes of genius do you have? Because
This
you
is my
used
last
like
one.
all of. Yeah, okay. So
16 plus 3, so 19.
Okay. Yeah, with a 19, you manage to like kind of fix up the roof, get a couple patches kind of like jammed in, wedged in where the thatch meets the supports, and the rain does begin to stop dripping. There's a slight like just whistle of wind blowing through the chimney where they've sealed it up, but you gather that's gonna hold just fine. And for now, it looks like you have managed to withstand the bulk of this hurricane that has just very recently blown in off the ocean, thanks to our viewers and people in chat. Oh god. This old man is like, we don't have much right now. We didn't really have a chance to grab anything from down below. We have some tea, if you'd like some tea. It's probably cold by now, but it's all we have at the moment.
Yeah, I would like that, please, and thank you.
That works
Right
for
away.
me.
Thank you so much. You're very generous.
Oh, it's my pleasure. No one should be out there in this weather. One moment, please. And he kind of turns and he goes over to the teapot that was hanging over where the fire would have been. And he just, with almost shaking hands, just begins pouring in his extra cups of tea, and he begins handing them out. There you go.
I pull out one half of my sword, my big double-bladed sword, and I just like use green flame blade and put the tea on top of it to warm it up.
Yeah, and you, after a while, you get about 6 seconds of that. Your tea begins to just slightly bubble. It's not quite heated up yet, but it's getting there. A couple uses, and he notices as you do that, he kind of, he notices you pull out a sword, engulf it in flame, and he kind of panics for a moment, and then notices you just put the tea on top of it and begin heating your tea on this weapon. He's like, maybe we don't do swords in the house, please and thank you.
I give him a little look, and then I just
Thanks.
slide it back into the sheath.
Well, welcome to my home. Please make yourselves comfortable. My name is Falonius Thwit. Welcome to my abode.
Hello.
Thwit?
Thwit. Falonius Thwit. Like twit with an H.
It's nice to meet
Fantastic.
you, Falonius. My name is Stanislav. Thank you for helping us.
Pleasure to meet you, Stanislav. You are very, large and shiny.
Thanks, I get that a lot.
He kind of looks around to the rest of you for looking for, introductions.
I morph into his face and say, I am Mr. Maker!
Oh god.
Roll me an intimidation check.
No, I don't want to intimidate
Yeah,
him.
that, I don't care. Okay, it's an 8. Okay. He notices your face changing for like the 3rd time today. There was the Minotaur. There was the fucking green flame blade, and now you are changing your face I'll have him roll a Constitution saving throw too.
He did
Add
fix
a
his
plus-
wall too, though.
plus
as,
four.
as it happens, he grabs his chest like almost having a heart attack, and he calms down.
Did you add +4 to that for
Yeah,
my protection?
that's why he didn't have a heart attack.
Okay.
Because he has
Oh
a
my God.
-2 to con. He would have had a little. He reaches out and shakes your hand. That is very disconcerting, young man, old man.
UI, fix him up.
Fix me up. I'm fine.
Fix him up. Make him better.
UI just comes out and like you see his hands turn into those little twin plasma cannons, and he just
No, all he does all he does is he like gives him a little pat in the back. You'll be all right.
Oh, okay. Gives him a pat. Okay, didn't scare the shit out of the old man.
It'll be okay.
Thank you, little tin man. And the rest of you, you there with the horns. Who are you?
I am Mantuka. Thank you for your servitude.
Servant.
I mean, hospitality. My bad.
Oh, you're welcome.
And
I
he's
stop
kinda like-
glaring at him.
Moves over to like the corner and he's kind of like staring at him,
Please
sharpening
make
his halberd.
Why is everyone trying to scare my old man?
Fine.
I just look at Mantuka, please put out the way. Big guy.
At this point, he just starts.
I'm helping.
He's ignoring Mantuka.
I fight storms. I
Fighting
sharpen
storms.
halberds.
Who are you, young man?
Hi, I'm Gregory Safatl.
Savannah. Pleasure to meet you.
Hi, very nice to meet you too. You said
you feel his hand kind of just trembling ever so slightly. You can't tell if it's the fear from what he's currently witnessing and enduring, or if he's just very old. But you notice when he talks, he kind of hunches into himself, and his hands are always like in front of his chest a little bit. He's very much just like
and I turn into a bear. No.
he has a heart attack. He has a heart attack, and he dies. You have killed Falonius Thwit. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh God.
Do you want to go me over Falonius' body? You want to go me?
Just holding his hands with both of my hands. You'd mentioned you guys didn't get any supplies from down below. Are you hungry?
No, the storm blew in out of nowhere. We're not hungry yet, but we will be soon, I imagine. And I'd hate for my wife to have to go out there. I can't go up and down that ladder anymore, and well, I would hate for my daughter to be wounded as well.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sure we can help you out there.
We can definitely help there. I go into the box. I feel like no one else did this. Warning, this is going to be magical. And out of the box, you just see
Thank you
Pop
for
go-
warning me. I'm an old man. I have a very weak
Disclaimer.
heart.
Just with the little flower holding
That's-
a little cherry.
That's really cute.
Yeah,
It's adorable.
You should eat the cherry. It's going to make you feel like you're not hungry for at least a day. Cool.
Pops
Right.
it- pops
The
into his mouth.
cherry.
You see him kind of bite, and a little dribble of like juice kind of comes out. He wipes it quickly. Oh, that's quite good, young man. Thank you.
That should help for at least a day. If you did, and then he drops 9 more. You guys, family members, anyone else? Come on,
The
You
two
see
women
Mr.
kind of look at him and expect. It seems fine. I haven't keeled over and died yet.
You see Mr. Maker, as soon as he says that, just disappear in a small puff of smoke, appear beside the berries, pick one up and eat it.
You see
Hold up.
Stanislav actually
Hold
have
up.
a bit of
Okay.
it. Oh.
Okay, he rolled
Okay.
a 2 on a disadvantage roll. At this point, the excitement, in combination with both the hurricane that has just blown in, causing damage to his house and his family, potentially harming his people, these strangers that he's rescued and allowed into his home, the numerous jump scares that you have caused, the Minotaur, the Flame Blade, the changing of the face, and as he's kind of just turns, he hears a faint poof, and looks, and there's nothing there. The smoke has vanished, and then immediately in front of him, next to him, grabbing a berry, is Mr. Maker, and he immediately jumps back, scared yet again, unexpectedly, and grabs at his left arm and kind of holds his chest, and he just falls backwards onto his back, onto his ass, and then leans back against the wall and sits there as seemingly the excitement of the day and the repeated attempts at getting a rise out of Falonius Thwit.
That's not what this was.
It does appear that you have caused this old man to go into some kind of episode
I would like to.
But
I'd
hold
like
up,
to-
hold up.
sorry,
Potentially,
my bad.
potentially a heart attack. And as you stand with this old man's life dangling in the balance, that's going to be where we take our break for today.
He had it coming. He's got some dirty secrets.
You guys are
He had
yeah.
it coming.
He had it coming. You go into the basement. There's skeletons everywhere. It's a slaughterhouse. Okay, so at that point, we are going to take a break from today's session. We'll be back in about 10 minutes and see if we can't possibly save this old man from his imminent doom. You guys always gotta push things one thing too far. You know, you can't keep startling an old man. So we'll be back in 10. You guys will see you in a bit. Please do sit tight and come back for what has been one of the most exciting sessions, just completely out of nowhere. Will Falonius Thwit survive? Tune in 10 minutes and find out. We'll see you guys in just a few. Well, we are back. What is up, everybody? We're ready to get back into our little crazy session here that started off with like, oh, we're going to have some RP today. And then weather check for the hurricane. So, something I need
rolled a
someone...
96.
Yeah, that was insane. I need somebody to roll me a d20 and add 4.
Nope.
I was a 20 first, I think.
So 20. It's going to be a long 20 hours.
Oh no.
That's what she said.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's impressive. That's some stamina you got there, dude. God damn, dude. Thank you for the follow, Red. Appreciate it. So the storm is going to rage for quite some time. But I believe...
Meanwhile.
I think it's just exclamation point D20, Rusty. Or exclamation point roll. One or the other. Fuck around with it. Have fun. So... Picking back up, quick recap for anyone who's just joining us. We, well, we encountered a rather strange turn of events. It seems the stormy nature of the last few days has finally culminated in what is essentially a massive hurricane blowing off the southern ocean, the Osrian Sea, to the southwest of the continent here, shrouding you all in gale force winds, downpours of rain thicker than you've ever seen, and just an overall sense of danger as bits of debris are flung off roofs in your general directions until you manage to find safety in the house of an old man, the name of... oh, fuck.
Felonius
Thwit. Falonius Thwit. Thank you. Sorry, I smoked a little weed on the break there. It hit like a truck. Falonius Thwit. A kind... gentle old farmer man with his older wife and daughter who is just appears middle-aged. She's quite old herself. However, the sight of a great minotaur galloping through the storm, punching debris out of the sky, gave him a bit of a start to begin with. After which, when invited into the house, Mr. Maker immediately ignites his weapon and creates a green flame blade to heat up the cup of tea he has just been handed, once again startling the old man, who is beginning to show a little wear and tear from the stress of the day, being that a hurricane rolled in while he was trying to tend to his fields. Upon introducing himself to each of you in the most friendly fashion, Mr. Maker chose to shift his features, being a changeling, into that of the old man himself, once again giving him quite
I thought a
the
friendly
start.
face would help. His
Quite
face was friendly.
quite the start. At which point he began to show signs of stress and a potential issue with his chest area. Finally being pushed over the edge when Mr. Maker decides to impromptuvely teleport across the expanse of the house and grab a good berry from Gregory, who was kind enough to warn our good friend Falonius Thwit about his pending use of magic. However, seemingly failing whatever saving throw he needed to avoid having some kind of chest trauma type event, he immediately grabbed his arm and chest area and stumbled back into a wall, trying to breathe but struggling to do so as his eyes kind of bulged wide, and he's just trying to maintain himself. He's just slumped back against the wall. What are you all doing?
Mr. Maker
Okay.
Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
As this happens, I just kind of look at him, and he looks like kind of standing. I'm just gonna run up to him.
His
look at
wife
him.
runs over and immediately begins trying to like hold on to his arm.
Do I have any inkling as to what's going on right now?
I'd say roll me a medicine check. You're not like you may have healing abilities, but you're not really medically minded.
I can.
You
do
definitely
that.
understand something is happening. Mantuka, what's up?
If you immediately die in glorious battle, Mogus might take your filthy soul.
17.
I think I'm a little too old for battle. He's just trying to 17. Okay, you gather, being an old man, perhaps the little shenanigans wouldn't have caused so much stress as they had if he hadn't been dealing with a hurricane and trying to protect his family as well. It seems like the old man's heart is just struggling to keep up with the adrenaline that has been pumping into his system for the last little bit since this storm started. It's been going on for about 20-30 minutes now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and help him out with a lesser restoration.
Okay, so you're gonna cast lesser restoration.
Just kinda see what that does.
You have access to your sheet now, right?
Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah, I don't have to roll for you anymore. Beautiful. So you cast lesser restoration on him, and as the magic kind of radiates out from your hand and into his chest, his grip on his arm kind of weakens, and his breathing begins to slow, and you, even with your hand on his chest, you could feel his heart was just like stuttering in this really weird way. It was not beating in a normal fashion. And you feel the pulse.
Song.
Yeah, you feel the heart begin to return to a normal semblance of beating, still a little elevated, based on the stress of the day. But you gather this man was having some kind of heart failure, and you very well just saved his life. He looks at you gratefully, puts a hand out. Thank you, my boy. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm gonna stand up and turn around and look at Mr. Maker. This guy just helped us get out of that storm. He saved our lives. Show some respect.
Kind of looks to his wife. I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm fine.
The
Thank
utmost
you.
respect in my culture is becoming him.
Your culture?
That's fine. We like to respect other people's cultures, but here we like to perhaps warn somebody before we turn into them.
Very well.
Or do
Can
magic
do.
in their house, or brandish weapons around a
Also
man
can
and his
do.
family.
Can do. Admittedly, though, none of those things were to hurt you. I apologize if I caused any disrespect.
It's
and
fine.
I revert back into my own form.
And then he kind of laughs. Like there's a brief moment of a smile. I suppose that's one hell of an introduction, at least. I need to lie down.
That's fair. Definitely fair.
I'll leave you in the care of my wife and daughter. No more tricks, please. And you notice the daughter at this point just like kind of grabs a rather sharp looking kitchen knife off the table and kind of stuffs it. Anyone with a passive perception over like a 14 at this point just notice her stuff a knife into her sleeve, just in case.
Yeah, I don't see shit.
Yeah.
Nope.
There you go.
But I can investigate it, damn it.
Nope. That's not an investigation.
14 and above?
Passive int.
14 and above, yes.
I see it.
What's yours?
14.
Yeah, you're good. 14 and above. It's always, you're on the, yeah, so you notice her just stuff a dagger into her sleeve, and she kind of makes eye contact with you and just smiles pleasantly. So you were saying, she's like, these are food.
Yeah, well, it's kind of a weak feeling of food. It's like reminiscent of, you know.
She eats it. And,
I'm gonna pick one up as well.
I'll just.
well, it's good. I feel full. It's not quite a meal, but it's better than nothing, I suppose.
Yeah. What's your guys' names?
I am Jezebel. My mother is Delonia. And you notice at this point the mother kind of went out with her husband to kind of get him tucked in and taken care of after that.
Glycerin pills.
Yeah.
I just.
He handles that. And Jezebel kind
What?
of begins just like she closes the door and like seals it off. You can make yourselves all comfortable here. There's chairs and there's a couch. Sleep where you need to. We don't know how long the storm will go, but you're welcome in the meantime. And if any of you feel like braving the storm, we can, well, just holds out a key. That'll get you into the basement, where I trust you won't run away with it.
Where would we go?
Fair point.
Very true. Gregory, maybe you want to keep that safe?
Yeah, I would just take it and kind of just plop it into the box.
She watches it disappear.
How will you get that back out?
Deeming that you are trustworthy, having not been poisoned by the berries, she kind of just accepts it. Merc for Hire did a weather check. A weather check in your own game, motherfucker. There's a cooldown on that of like you can only do that twice per session. You just stole it.
Praise the Mogus!
Mogus don't
Praise
give a
Mogus.
fuck. Roll me a weather check, please.
Yeah!
If it's anything
It's
other
a-
than a 1, the hurricane's getting worse.
Oh.
That's
Where
what
are
I
we?
get.
D100?
Okay. The hurricane gets worse as you're all sitting inside. That's really high.
How much worse, DM?
No, I'll say it just mostly maintains at this point. The ceiling begins to rattle and shake as the winds whip around it, and you hear things clumping into the side of the house. And you worry at a certain point throughout the storm, it may reach a point where you're going to have to actively be repairing this house or risk having a wall collapse on you. But
Mantuka's winning.
Mantuka is
All right,
winning.
well,
Praise Mogus.
It's great to meet you and all, but I am absolutely poopered. I need to take a sleep.
Fair enough. I'll be in my room. Just knock on my door if you
Rupert.
need me. And she goes to a door on the other side of the fireplace and opens up into what you can see is quite a small room. It's like got a single kind of cot-like bed in a corner, a small writing desk, and it is maybe the size of a large broom cupboard. It is not all that.
Harry Potter.
That large.
It is a
Not-
good thing
not
we
quite.
don't have a bard in the
Yeah,
party.
like, not quite. It was fair enough. Yeah, it's like it looks comfortable. It's not uncomfy. And being next to the stone, like the part of the fireplace stone, kind of goes into a room. So when it's lit, it kind of radiates a little extra heat for her. But it's a cozy little room looking thing. They've kind of built their entire house around this fireplace, so there's kind of like a central area of warmth in the wintertime.
Family
I'm
has
gonna
the-
find an uninhabited corner and roll out my bedroll.
Yeah, it's you kind of gotta shift some furniture around, but you manage to.
Ooh.
And as the storm
And I'm out.
continues to rage outside, I guess you're gonna get a long resting. Go ahead, Mr. Maker.
I would like to find another unoccupied corner and
Yep.
begin tinkering on my grappling hook, trying to improve it.
Okay. You hadn't quite finished it, if I remember correct, right?
Mm,
Now it's
still
just
requires
getting.
a check.
Yeah. Okay. So, are we trying to like physically work on it? Or are you trying to improve the design? What are you trying to do exactly?
I'm trying to finish working on it. I have the design fully set up.
Okay. So go ahead and roll me a dexterity check, adding your proficiency modifier, which is +3. You're
Okay,
fine.
That is a 21.
Okay. You gather at this point. You have now refined it to the point it is about as good as it is going to be.
Sick.
You feel like you can shoot it. I'll write up a whole item card for you for it. But you feel like okay, good. You feel like you could, in a sense, succeed fairly well using this. There's probably a very, very small margin of error with it, in the sense that a nat 1 may lead to a certain check to try and keep it together. But for the most part, you gather this is about as refined as this is going to be, and it has about as much chance of failure as any perfectly designed mechanical object.
Sick.
So it's bound to break eventually, and then you have to upgrade to the next version
Mm-hmm.
and spend more money and get
That's
the
a lot.
latest iPhone. Yeah, there you go.
Sure.
It does look. It takes you the bulk of the evening, however, to do that.
Okay.
Bright side is you have 20 hours of hurricane to deal with in the meantime.
I can still take a long rest at that.
Oh yeah,
time.
easily, easily. What are Mantuka and Gregory doing for the duration of this? As Stanislav just goes and like lays down in the corner and just immediately like unnamed intern kind of sits in the corner and just like shuts his eye, like his eye, the lights in his eyes just kind of shut out, and he kind of goes into his little rest mode himself. What are the other two doing?
Gregory's just gonna spend a bit of time walking around in like a circle of the room, looking for anything that he can do mending on, which is this little guy. You just see this guy pop out of his box and just every now and again scurry over and fix something that was breaking.
Begin scurrying up the roof, kind of climbing vertically up the wall and even like gripping on to some of the thatch above.
That one there.
Yeah, and begins patching things. And after it does it, kind of and looks at you and gives a little squeak, a little mouse squeak. He's ready. Okay. He goes and
I love the mending mouse.
Goes over here, fixes another.
Cinderella.
Or is it the repair rat?
I think the mending mouse is perfect. So the mending mouse just begins squeaking at you gleefully as it goes around and does the one thing it is created to do. It fulfills its life's purpose. And I'd say after about an hour of work, not only do you get this place like repaired past the damage that has already been done, you even improve on some areas and like fix up some spots that hadn't been damaged by the storm that had just been weathered over time. And you gather when Falonius Thwit wakes up after recovering from his heart attack, he will find a nice, clean, and very well maintained and improved upon house. So he seems to have already developed a bit of a liking to you, and you gather at this point it will only serve to aid in that respect.
Old people love me.
It's true, they do.
I turned
That
into
young
Gregory.
whippersnapper is so handy.
I turned into Gregory.
Yeah, Gregory, as you're watching, you just see in the corner, Mr. Maker just you hear the sound too. It's kind of like this bubbling, little bit of a weird sound, and you look over.
A couple of
and,
cracks here and there as the bones reshift.
You just, and you hear.
And I look over at you.
And looking back
Still
at
got
you
the glasses on.
Is a you with a little bit of a better fashion sense.
Right. That's really... Wow, that is kind of disconcerting, but cool.
It's just...
Yeah, no, that's not...
I like it. I respect it. Mantuka, you're watching all this unfold. What are you getting up to? Mr. Maker is away, fiddling in the corner, and after about an hour, begins to just look like Gregory. Gregory...
I look around at the fucking shit, and I'm like...
That's the sound it makes every time. It's the transform
when I want it
sound.
to.
Every time. It's canon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mantuka's just gonna angrily pace, not liking to be confined in this stone, more pristine structure than it once was.
Very pristine.
And then and I'll take my normal like sleeping pattern, but other than that, I'm just kind of like angrily pacing to get out of this enclosed area.
Okay. Anyone keeping watch?
Wild natures.
Can I keep like a passive lookout as well?
Yeah, I'd say it would be like -2 to your passive perception while you're working on something, but you can keep an ear out for stuff. Meanwhile,
I'll do
when
a
you guys
shift.
are going to sleep. Okay. So, I guess throughout the night, roll me a perception check to do a shift. Stanislav is sleeping while y'all are doing a bunch of stuff anyway, so it's probably going to work out pretty good.
Yeah, let me know when
Yeah.
I wake up.
Okay. After about like the 4 or 5 hour mark, the storm begins to abate a little bit. The wind isn't howling quite so hard. The rain isn't falling quite so heavily. It is still an active hurricane, but you gather it's kind of beginning to tail out, or at least move off in another direction from you. But it sounds like there's still quite a bit of time to go in this storm, and you kind of look out the windows of this small house. The windows are quite small too, like barely big enough for you to like look out with your large kind of minotaur-esque face. But outside looks mostly clear. It appears everyone is battened down. You see a couple horses kind of run by at one point that looks like they might have escaped from their barn or something and made a bit of an escape for themselves. But other than that, the rest of the night passes without incident.
Since I almost killed that man, why don't we go get some food out of their basement? That was to the rest of the party. And we're just gonna nod at me. That's cool.
Are you doing that on your shift of watch? Is that what you're doing instead of tinkering with your bat hook?
Bat hook has been tinkered.
It is a successful bat hook.
It's successful already.
Yeah,
So yeah.
only in that
I'll
one
do
can
that
cause it to fail.
maybe Mr. Maker needs to make amends for all of the disheartening, pardon the pun, that you caused this man. Maybe you want to go grab his food for him, chew it up, baby bird. Whatever Mr. Maker wants to do. Get
Yes,
unpaid
I will
intern.
Spit
Most-
food in
I
his
love how
mouth.
when Mantuka gets sarcastic, he just sounds immediately more eloquent.
You do. 100%, yeah. You get like really uppity, like, no,
Listen here.
sir!
Excuse me.
You're a peasant. Kiss my ring.
He's not a minotaur. He's a manticore. No, okay, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
no.
sorry. Because he's got good manners. Anyway, okay. Mr. Maker, are you going to be venturing out into the storm to...
Yeah,
okay. Okay.
I like wake up Gregory a little bit. Like,
Okay.
Give me the key.
You still look like me.
Yeah, I do.
you wake
Give
up
you
as
the
a
key.
version
I
of you.
said-
I'm gonna...
give you the key.
I've had this dream before.
Yeah, you have. You definitely have. As you begins to shake you awake, he's just like, give you the key, and you just like reach into the toy box and pull it out while you're staring back at yourself.
Yeah. And then I'll wake up and everything will be as it used to be. I'll be back in my family bed and everything will be fine.
Sure, definitely.
Gregory passes back into a sound. Okay, so we're gonna go outside. Is that the plan?
Yeah, I'll go.
Okay, so you approach the front door and you unlatch it and like open, and even as the latch comes undone, the door begins to blow open from the wind outside, and you kind of have to hold it. And you kind of look around, and someone might want to close this behind you, but that's up to you guys. As you open it, the wind begins rushing into the house. Leaves begin blowing in across the floor. One of the candles in the corner goes out. Yeah, it is pretty windy, and you kind of stand there in the door with your hair blowing in the wind. You're like,
Does this shit wake me up?
Gracefully.
probably. You're probably just, how
I'm
heavy
still
do you
recovering
sleep?
from a point of exhaustion.
No, you're good. You're out.
Okay.
You're out like a light. You're fine.
Okay, good.
I'm gonna try to shut the door behind me.
Okay. So you close it. It latches, but you see it kind of blowing against the frame as like you don't actually manage to like put the full latch on. It just the latch is closed. But you're now outside. The wind is still whipping around you. The rain doesn't hurt quite so bad, but you do still see bits of debris flying all over the place. You're gonna go look for the thing. So, perception check at disadvantage to find the entrance to the basement. With Flash of Genius. Oh, you're out. Hey,
Unless
sweet.
did I just get my long rest or?
No, it was,
Okay, that's fine.
yeah. While you finished tinkering, the Mantuka's watch ended, and he got you to take yours, I guess. So with a 6, it takes you a long time. It's not something you're not going to be able to find, but essentially you put your hands along the stone along the bottom of this building and begin kind of just edging your way around it, trying to find some kind of opening or door or grate into the basement. I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw as you hear on the wind just as a giant piece of some kind of debris begins flying at you.
Not great.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Not ideal.
Okay, you take 2d6 of bludgeoning. You only take 5. You take 5 points of bludgeoning damage as you're kind of like shimmying along the edge of this house. Hey, Cowboy, thank you for that raid, buddy. We appreciate you. I hope the rest of your drive was good, buddy. I hope you had a good one. I enjoyed hanging out for a bit. I'll try to pop in a little more often. It's been a minute since I got to hang out like that. That was fun. Love the country music jams. I have 3 rounds with Jose Cuervo stuck in my head now. It's gonna be in there for a few days. That's not going anywhere. That's in there. Okay. So, we appreciate you, buddy. That should be a shout out. There we go. As you make your way around the house, you hear the sound on the wind, and another piece of wood just breaks across your back, and you kind of get pushed into the house. You need to make me an athletics saving throw, please.
Okie dokie. Hurrah. Hurrah. Nat 1.
Did you just roll a nat 1 minus 2?
I did.
Man, you're a shit roll tonight.
You immediately go unconscious and have one death save throw left.
No. That's funny. So as this object hits you in the back of the head, you feel an impact there, and then you get knocked forward into the house. You take another d6 of bludgeoning damage as your face slams into a wall. Take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. And for the sake of dramatic hilarity, you are knocked briefly unconscious as you just like conked out by this object, and from inside the house, anyone who's even partially awake hears a loud crash followed by a very loud thump on the eastern side of the house, on the eastern wall. You just hear a
Followed immediately by fuck.
yeah. And you, as you kind of like regain consciousness, you're not out for good, but you're definitely like there was about a 10-second window where you guys heard a thump and then nothing other than the storm, and then just fuck. Mr. Maker, you just
I'm so sad.
crawl
I'm
up.
asleep.
You have like a trickle of blood just kind of running down the back of your neck at this point. Hey, what's up, Liz? How you doing? Welcome in. We're doing so fun. Hurricanes happening. You have not yet found the thing, but you just continue making your way around at this point, and you find the door. It's kind of just like a built into the side of the house, and like a double door that opens in the middle. Very standard,
Just out of
kind of
curiosity,
storage area. Yeah,
would it have been possible for me to have used an investigation check instead of perception?
100%. I probably should have considered. They would still be at disadvantage.
That's fine, but it still would have been instead of plus.
Okay,
1,
I'll
would
tell
have
you
been
what.
plus 8.
Roll me an investigation check instead, and if you roll well enough, okay, you rolled well enough. It's at disadvantage, so a 10. Still, unfortunately, going to take you 2 turns to find the thing.
That's fine.
So as you find the door, you pull out the key, and in the dark, and you're trying to look for the lock and get the key placed in there. I need one more dexterity saving throw from you, please.
Yay!
Every turn. 13. Okay. Oh my god.
I might die out here,
You
boys.
take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
I might
as
die.
You're trying to like get the key in the lock and get it open, and so you can get into this basement and get the food, so you can do a nice thing because you almost just killed an old man, and you just begin thinking in your head, it's like the last time I'm going to do something nice for these motherfuckers.
Yeah,
as you just hear
yet
again, just
Never
a second,
again.
something spinning through the air like. It just hits you again in the back of the head, and you go, "Oh!" I need an athletics saving throw, please.
Yeah, I'm gonna die out here, boys.
Mr. Maker's gonna forget the 3rd grade.
I'm dead. I am literally dead. It is.
Wait, actually?
You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh my god, I have 1 health. I
As
have
you get-
1 health.
You get hit in the back of the head again. The blood
How
just
do you
kind
have
of like
such low health?
sprays because he hasn't had a long rest. He's just got the
Haven't had a
shit
long
kicked
rest.
out of him. Like he
I
got
am
hit
not
on every.
going out here.
Yeah, he got
I
hit on
didn't
every
know that. I
turn.
would have fucking healed you before I went to
Fuck
sleep.
you, smell-o-vision.
Doesn't matter now, dude.
Fuck.
As you just like you get the key in the lock as this object whack right on the side of the head, and you just like tumble forward. The key goes into the lock, but you once again whack your forehead now on this like exposed door. And there's a welt beginning to form, but you do get the lock open. You pull open the doors, and you see what appears to be a very just basic stone staircase leading into a dark basement below. I believe you have dark vision though, so it like kind of just goes straight down and then out a little bit, but you lose sight after the ceiling. But it looks like a fairly stored larder, I guess you'd call it, or a storage space for food. Looks pretty well stocked.
Am I able to get a message to fucking UI? Tell them to come the fuck out.
Yeah,
here?
as you go into the basement, you look up at the floor above you, and you see just like thin little slits of light coming through between the wood panels below. I don't think you have the ability to communicate telepathically with your robot or anything. You might have the message spell, but you gather you are just like a single wood floor away from them.
I just yell, UI, get out here! Through the little slit.
Are you sure, sir? It seems like you've made it just fine.
I need you to come out here right now.
I don't get paid enough for this, sir. He looks over.
Get out of here!
He looks over at whoever's awake. Probably no one in particular. I don't get paid at all, really.
Was that Mantuka playing the world's tiniest violins?
I think so. Which look even smaller in Mantuka's giant hands.
That was me, like,
Are you
infusing
on
life
someone's
into
nips?
his nipples. Oh, life, nipple life!
Okay.
What, do you work for Comcast or something?
Mantuka don't work at all. Mantuka kill.
Okay. Unnamed intern opens the door, and at this point, people are going to start kind of waking up a bit as the wind once again begins kicking into the house.
Sure.
Gregory, you feel the wind whipping at your face yet again. Mantuka, you've probably slept through worse. Stanislav, there's enough happening now that you're probably like you might have heard Mr. Maker screaming from the basement. At
Should I roll a thing?
It's sure, yeah. Roll me a Constitution saving throw. See what happens. See what happens. This
Nat
session has been
one.
pure chaos. I can't believe
Elo.
Hell's rolled
No, it's a
2
lot.
natural
21.
ones in a row.
Yeah.
2 nat ones. Okay, yeah. So you sleep right through it. Yeah, you're having
Excellent.
no problem sleeping tonight.
Good.
It's like at this point, it's kind of like that thing where you hear shit outside of your sleep and it just gets put into your dreams. You ever have that? I love that shit. That's the best.
So,
That's like
so I
pinnacle
hear
dreaming.
yelling, so I'm probably dreaming about having a
Battle and
gladiator
Gloria. You're in the
Yep.
arena once again in
Excellent.
Lysia, standing in the tournament of champions, victorious, a champion of the arena. And you kind of just like outside, it's just you with a little blankie, kind of just snuggled up with a smile on your face.
Excellent.
And
I'm hugging
then-
my axe.
Yeah, I need you to make a perception check for unnamed intern or investigation to try to find his way to the door safely.
Okie doke.
Worst champ ever. Them fighting's where you guys gonna have to go do an arena match with each other sometime. We could do like a PvP brawl one shot one day just for fun.
God.
I'll kill you, Merc.
And perception is wisdom and
Wisdom and intelligence is an investigation.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna run fucking perception here.
Greased
Yeah,
and naked.
Same deal. It's gonna take him an extra turn to find it, but he goes out the same way you did, and he just begins feeling his way, or scanning his way, I guess I should say. His little headlights come on in the storm and gives him just like a little bit of a beam of vision as he makes his way around the house. I need you making a dexterity saving throw for... Okay, he's fine yet again. The pieces are still hitting him, but due to his metal construction, a bit of wood flying through the air isn't going to hurt him as much as it did you on your last couple turns.
Clearly.
Gee, you got that shit kicked out of you, my guy. And he spends another turn trying to find it, so roll me one more save, just real quick.
Okay.
19 and a 12.
Hmm.
Okay, so he's good.
Oh wait, I have a. Oh, I see. I have a saving throw thing here. I'm just dumb. So
Fair
I
enough.
could have done.
Fair
It
enough.
would have been Dex +4,
The
not
12.
plus.
Okay.
So he would have been at.
Still fails, or still... Yeah, he's good.
Yeah, he would have been 16.
Yeah, he's fine. 16, he's good. With the 13. And then the 19, you're obviously fine as well.
I didn't realize he also got my proficiency bonus.
Makes sense. Very quickly makes his way around to the stairs, looks down, and you, as from below, you're kind of holding your head at this point. There's blood kind of seeping through your fingers. You see the familiar beams of unnamed interns' eye lights kind of shining down the stairs, and you hear the ting, ting, ting as he begins walking down the stone steps with his steel feet. What can I do for you, sir?
Heal me up, bro. I'm not feeling too hot.
He looks at you. You've looked better.
Yeah.
So he kind of just looks at you, and you see his arms transform and kind of twist as these two little plasma cannons come out the top, and he's going to use his healing ability on you. I believe you have that written down. So go ahead and roll for that. Yeah, he comes out with his little nipple pinchies. And as you're standing there, he just blasts you with cold plasma. And he just drenches you top to bottom.
Straight to the nipple. Ouch.
So that's 9 plus 5. So that's 14.
Okay, you get 14 points of healing back. Yeah, you can only do that twice a day, so I made it a little more powerful.
I
What?
will let
You're on
him
your
do
stream
it.
starting soon screen.
Oh no.
Are you starting your stream soon, bro?
That's what
Yeah,
happens
man.
with the nipple coldness of healing.
That's your P screen? No? There
I am.
Okay, we're back.
There I am.
I think the P screen's still my favorite.
Whoops.
Oh, God, it's great.
Etuka magic. Huzzah!
He's gonna do it again.
Okay, yeah. Oh, you're gonna use both uses?
Yeah,
on you.
I'm
Okay.
using both,
Cool.
dude.
Yeah, dude, you took a
Um,
beating.
Last thing I want is to die out here. So that's 11.
Okay. So you heal up for another 11 points as he just
Shit. Oh,
P!
it's down to my number pad. That's what's happening. Here.
Etuka magic again.
That's a very liminal space for your P screen.
Yeah, it's very great.
That's
and
the inside.
at this point, your clothes, hair, entire self is just drenched head to toe in plasma. Very much like Slimer from Ghostbusters. Just
Plasma is
hit
definitely electricity. What are you talking
you. I'm thinking more of like a goo, but
It's
that's
not a
just
goo.
me. It is now. It is now.
Who are you gonna
my-
call?
don't make my-
Unnamed intern.
I can make it whatever I want. I
Busters.
own
Don't make it goo.
It's
I
goo.
designed
It's
this.
goo.
I'm so proud of this.
You're
Cold
just
plasma
covered
is a
in
literal thing.
You're just covered in white goo from head to toe.
That's literally it. Just slime, dude.
Well, it's a real thing. Cold
Yeah,
plasma
you
is a
fucking
real
know that.
thing.
I'm not a medical person. It's
This-
goo now, motherfucker.
And the way it
Alright,
works is a
alright.
strange appendage comes out from between his legs and shoots the plasma
no,
at you.
No. N-O.
Mantuka's not okay with any of this.
Nope. Either way, you are now healed, and you are surrounded by what appears to be a fairly decent stock of food. There's some salted meats. There appears to be some like basic vegetables that have been set down here. Some fish.
I would know about how much everybody would eat.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can figure.
I want to stack that much onto UI.
He just puts his arms out.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I'm doing all the heavy lifting again, sir.
That is for damn sure.
Sounds good. He just puts his arms out. They kind of flatten out and do a little tray a little bit. He's used to
Okay.
serving you. Very multi-purpose, this robot. And he just like, you
all of us.
stack up enough to feed your crew and the denizens for a couple days at very least.
Cool.
And it is the plan to make it back out into the storm then?
I want to look around and see if there's a way back inside without having to go outside.
It appears there is not. It is a solid wooden floor. I can tell you, perception check or no, there is no ladder. It is just a solid wooden floor. Not a thick wooden floor. Thick enough that they can stand on it, but still wood.
I blast a hole through. No, I walk outside.
I'm going to say at this point, you both know where the door is. So it's not
Sure.
going to take you 2 turns looking for it. It's 1 movement through the storm for each of you. So dexterity save each.
I'm gonna shut the door behind us too.
Smart. Yeah, smart. You relock it.
You said Dex for both of us.
Both of you. Yep.
Okie dokie, and then let me. I did bad. Did I do bad? I
Yeah, you
can't
did.
see it.
You got a 9.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
9?
That's cool.
9!
I have a +4. I have an 18 in Dex. I just want that to be known.
I know, you got a +4, so you rolled a 5. Wow! Double
but
9s.
He
Like
has
father,
+4,
like son.
So that's 12.
Why does he have +4?
13.
It's 13. He has plus my proficiency.
Oh yeah, so it's not just the... Okay, cool.
Hey.
You both still get hit.
That's fine.
You both take only 4 points of bludgeoning damage. And you're like, oh, hey, thank you for the raid, Mystics. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Hope you're having a killer stream today. Hope it went good. Enjoyed hanging out for some Path of Exile. Hope you enjoyed the
Dex
game.
Panther.
Can't go...
Ah, faster
Jeez.
than you.
2 strength.
Okay, yeah, 2 strength. So you take 4 points of bludgeoning damage each as you both like make your way out, and you're like, it's fine. I'm not gonna get hit in the head with any flying objects this time. You step out into the storm, close the door behind you, put the lock on it, close it, and seal it tight. And as you stand up and turn, immediately what appears to be a chicken that has blown from a neighboring barn or chicken coop is flying through the air towards you and hits you in the face and begins just scratching at you and panicking as it comes into contact with a solid object. So well, UI just gets hit with a piece of wood and takes 4 bludgeoning damage. I'm gonna say you take 4 slashing damage from this enraged chicken as it hits you in the face. There had to be
Took
a flying
cock to the face.
took a cock to the
Of course.
face. There had to be a
I-
flying barn animal or farm animal of some point during
Possible
this
to
event.
use my reaction to fucking snap its neck.
You can, if you want to catch the chicken, yeah, it is act like it hits your face and it doesn't just blow away. It's there. It's
I want to check.
fucking
catch the
ravaging
chicken.
you.
I
Yeah,
don't
go
wanna
ahead.
kill it. I
Go
wanna
ahead.
catch the chicken.
I'm gonna say,
Chicken.
it's a
Animal
grab.
handling?
Animal handling
I'm
is
handling an animal.
I get it. I understand. I understand. I kind of want to give it to you because that's brilliant. That's brilliant. Oh,
I don't even have a good bonus in animal handling,
I
by
know.
the way.
I just think it's funny.
It's
It's,
just funny.
really funny. It's really fun. I'll allow you to use animal handling for the meme this one time. I'm not setting a precedent. It's a 5. I was
Handle
gonna
that
say.
animal.
I was gonna say, or you could do an athletic or acrobatics check to try to
Oh,
catch it out of the
Accidentally
air.
shove your thumb in its butt and it flies away.
Okay, 12 is good enough on that. I'm gonna say, while it's scratching at your face, you're panicking and trying to calm it down, like, get the fuck and you're just trying to like get it to stop scratching you. You are unsuccessful in that aspect, and in the time it takes you to do that, you take another d4. You take 2 more points of slashing damage to the face. Okay. But while it is distracted with scratching the fuck out of your jowls and your face, leaving its marks all over you, you just reach up as it's scratching. You grab its neck and crank it backwards and break
I don't want
it.
to kill it.
You said you wanted to break its neck.
No, I said I wanted to capture it. I don't want to kill it.
Okay. You capture the chicken.
Yeah!
Way to ruin my thunder, dude. Jesus
I'm sorry,
Christ.
man. I didn't want to kill it.
You catch the chicken out of the air and go to snap its neck, and you think to yourself, maybe I should keep this chicken. This might be an omen.
That is in head.
Yeah, absolutely. That is canon. So you catch a chicken. It is panicking in your hands, and it will keep scratching you every turn. Do with that information what you will.
I would like to knock it out if I can once I get inside.
Okay, you make it inside the house, and as you do, the chicken's it just starts panicking and trying to just escape from you. It's gonna try to break your grapple. It is gonna make an acrobatics check, and it's not. I'm guessing it's not gonna succeed. You need to roll an athletics to try to hold it, and you need to beat a 5.
It may succeed.
What is it? Hold up. I need to look at a chicken's
dexterity. Goes to the defender.
It does, but I also need to know what a chicken's dexterity is.
A goddamn chicken. This is a fucking
It might
chicken.
be negative, yeah.
I feel like a chicken's dexterity is up there. It's actually a 0. It's +0. So the chicken wins. So as you get into the house, you're holding this chicken. You all see this, like, I guess all of you are asleep at this point. Mr. Maker and unnamed intern barge into the house, close the door behind him, and in the hustle of trying to close the door, the chicken escapes, and the rest of you are woken up as this chicken just kind of panicking and sprinting around the house, knocking over dishes and objects and decoration and furniture, and just panicking. It knocks over a small table. You all wake up as this chicken is just unleashing chaos inside of this house. What are you all doing? There is a chicken in the house.
I would have rolled to hit it.
Okay. What Mantuka? I'm gonna let Mantuka go.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I feel like Mantuka should have a moment.
Okay, House Corp, this is the Mantuka talking. This is Peter.
Sure.
You have fucking fucked this entire fucking campaign with your shenanigans tonight, but I like it. So carry on.
Okay, that's all for Mantuka. Okay, so what are you doing, Mr. Baker?
I want to.
The chicken is just running around the house, and at a certain point, you see the door open to the bedroom where this old man was sleeping, and he comes out in his gown, aroused by the din, and he just hears this commotion. What is going on in here? Go ahead and make your attack against the chicken. The chicken got in. Okay, you can also do a deception check on that one if you'd like.
This guy is yet to have a heart attack, but he's fucking...
He did have a heart attack. He believes you. He believes the chicken just found its way in. How did a chicken get in here? Did it blow in the window?
Yeah, it blew through the wind, dude.
The window's not broken.
No, it came with the wind when I opened the door to get your food, which is over there in UI. And then as I'm saying this, I'm going to pull out the side of my blade, like just the side of it, just smack it on the head.
You're gonna non-lethally bludgeon the chicken?
Yeah, I want to non-lethally bludgeon the chicken.
Okay. Roll your damage.
Okay.
This guy's legit gonna have a heart attack, like straight up, like so many heart attacks.
What'd you roll? Okay,
well,
so you may have been attempting to do this non-lethally. However, a chicken's HP is 2.
Punched it. I thought it would have more HP.
You have not even exceeded its HP. You have like quadrupled or more its HP into the negatives. So as the chicken comes out, you bring out the sword to just bonk it ever so gently, and you just put a little too much into it. Maybe you're frustrated from the storm and the events of the day, and you just with the blunt end of your sword just splat the chicken onto the ground. There's still some pieces you could eat, but you definitely just bludgeon this chicken to death in a single stroke.
Sure.
Don't worry, Norath, we're having chicken tonight.
The old man kind of looks, well, thank you. Close the door before more chicken. Oh, it's closed. Thank you.
I closed it by me.
You got the food then?
Got the food.
Honey!
Process.
We're having chicken for dinner. You just hear from the other room, just, oh, that sounds lovely, dear.
I pass back out. After just watching this in a half-awake stupor.
Yeah, that is gonna be where we're gonna wrap things up for today. So we've reached a level of chaos now that I'm just like, it doesn't get better from here. I want to end things on a high note. We're gonna round up the session here, about 2.5 hours. It's a good time. Moving
the
in.
chicken dying was a high note.
Yeah, it was for me, bro.
Just
It
so
was
I
for
know.
me. It was
Just
for
so
me.
Manduka knows where we're at.
We had a
Okay, go.
hurricane. We had a heart attack happen. There's chickens. Hell's Corp almost died from a storm. A lot has happened today, and I'd like some time to digest and prep for the upcoming future and plan out this family's backstory.
In this family.
Because apparently they're big players in this fucking thing now. You've almost killed this man several
Legend
times.
of the Throat Manor.
So that's gonna be it. We had a lot of rolls today. It was a good time. We're gonna wind it up. I'm gonna find someone in the community to raid out on because I'm just like my focus is gone. And I'd like to just like recoup this next week and see where we go from here. You guys broke the DM a little bit.
So Hell's Corp broke the DM. Let's be
No,
honest.
you guys all helped. So you did a weather check and rolled a 96. You caused a hurricane.
Yeah, true.
That is all on you, my friend. Yeah,
I
you
helped
can't
give
blame
you
that on
emotional
anyone else.
whiplash. It was all nice, and then monsters poofing.
Holy fuck,
I'm still
dude.
Gregory, by the way.
I was so hoping that you would get knocked out and we would just wake up to like finding an unconscious Gregory outside.
So Stanislav also thought he was dreaming when he saw the whole fucking thing happen.
Yeah, until the chicken. Okay, so we're gonna raid out on
Down,
goblets and warlocks tonight. We've recently started hanging out with them. They're getting a campaign of their own. It looks like they're just on episode 2, so we're gonna be catching it early in the campaign. We can get invested in all the characters. That should be fun. Goblets and warlocks. In the meantime, we love you all. We'll be back in 2 weeks to finish off this little calamity and move into getting a reward for the quest and potentially moving on to some undead shit. So I want to thank everyone coming out. We love you all. I'll be back tomorrow with some more Rise of the Argonauts. Probably going to beat that and maybe move on to Jade Empire. We'll see what happens. In the meantime, love you guys. Be sure to say hi to Goblets over there and let them know we sent you. Peace. Els, you got anything going on you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm still streaming.
Still streaming,
and
real
come
quick.
watch them.
Hellscourt.square.site. Got it. Boom.
Fuck his
Hellscourt.site.
general
Go
chaos.
drop a follow.
Hell's Corp.
Jesus Christ. We'll see you guys later. Peace.